substantial. I don't know how you could prevent that, but yeah.
Okay, so like, what would you say
I don't know
then?
where my stance is really, because like I'm kind of like on the fence with
Like, don't you think it should be? Do you think it should be legal or do you think it should be illegal? Like, they should go to
Yeah.
prison if they get it.
I guess that's a good question because I think like I don't know. There's too many different. It's not. This topic is not like a black and white kind of a topic, like where you can say yes or no. I think there's so many gray areas.
Well, the only reason you can't say yes or no is because you're basing part of your opinion off of something that doesn't fucking happen.
What do you mean? Like, what doesn't happen?
Using abortions as birth control. I'm assuming when you're using the word birth control, you mean in the same way as like them like popping a pill.
That would be
And
so expensive, by the way.
That's
right.
that's so expensive, and second of all, that can actually hurt you. Either you don't know how abortions work, or you're just listening to people who already stigmatize those who engaged in abortions. So like your whole argument just doesn't make any sense off rip.
Okay. I guess I'd have to do more research, but it was just something that I thought that people did, but maybe not.
Then you should do more research because that's demonstrably false.
That's why I was asking. Thank you.
Okay. All right, y'all. Let's go on to the next person, y'all. Give it a second, y'all. We have like 20 minutes left on this sub-only chat, y'all. We have like 20 minutes left on the sub-only chat. We're gonna end the sub-only chat at 5 p.m. because Parker wants to extend my workday for some reason.
Yeah, I don't. You don't have to, by the way. Only if you want to.
Yeah, okay, Parker. You know. Okay, let's.
I'm not forcing you. I promise.
Hey, are you pro-life?
Hey, baby Bob. Hey, I'm pro-choice, but I just wanted to meet you and Parker. Y'all two of my favorite. You and Harry. You guys are off the damn change, and you guys
Thank you
are
so much.
kicking. Listen, I'm 64 years old, and I'm watching you guys pick on all these old motherfuckers. You know y'all wrong for that, but I love it. I love it.
I'm sorry.
I'm sitting here watching Gunsmoke and shit, and I saw you and Parker together. I could not believe it. This like going to the Hall of Fame right here.
Oh, I appreciate
Thank you
that so much.
my love.
Thank you.
I
really
appreciate you. Thank you
that.
so
Hey,
much, baby.
You said you having a birthday?
Yeah, my birthday's tomorrow.
Oh shit! I didn't know that.
Did you hook up with your girlfriend last night?
Hey. We gotta go. You gotta go.
I was like, I don't know if I can say that one on live.
You know he definitely did though. Come on now, be for real. Be hecking for real.
Thank you for the confetti. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Fucking with me. Hey,
It's actually my
anyway.
6-month anniversary with my girlfriend today too.
Jesus, time goes by so fast.
I know, right?
It goes by so fast when you're alone. How old are you?
Can you hear me?
My body count's just too big. Hi, yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah. I'm 32. I had to think about how old I was.
Are you pro-life?
Actually, I am.
Why?
Why am I? Because I have been trying to get pregnant with my husband for the last 3 years. And I was assaulted as a child.
Can we not do this?
And so I've seen too many things that have happened that I would like to give a chance for life versus seeing the scientific side of it that is saying that what you were mentioning earlier with
I'm very sorry that happened to you, but what does this have to do with elective abortions? Because you can say that you yourself don't want to have an abortion. That has nothing to do with anyone else.
Like, do you think other people who are young who get assaulted should have to get go through pregnancies, or do you think they should be able to have a choice legally?
they should have their own choice, yes.
Then you're pro-choice.
No.
Yeah.
So are you just against elective abortions then?
No. So what I mean by that is because I was forced to have an abortion when I was 9 years old when I was assaulted.
I'm really sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
No.
I think we're both against forced abortions.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
wrong as well. But yeah, I don't think people should be forced to have an abortion. That has nothing to do with elective abortions, though. That's quite literally the opposite.
Yeah.
I myself have experienced assault, right?
Mm-hmm.
Would that make all sex wrong?
Not all sex, only if it's unwilling.
Exactly. So I don't see why you would use that as a way to determine whether or not abortion should be a thing.
I'm just saying I have strong beliefs in it because I've witnessed multiple people in my life who have been forced into situations by states they live in to have abortions because that's what they were required to do.
That's not what I'm advocating for, though.
Okay, so explain your side of it besides the scientific side of it, because the scientific
This
side
isn't the
is
scientific side. That side that you're describing isn't scientific either.
I've been watching your live for the last hour, and every time someone brings up anything that has to do with pro-choice, the guy above you brings up scientific theories that go against anything that someone who
I
might
just
have-
jumped on. I haven't even been up here for an hour.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know what you're talking about. And
I don't
also,
know
what science
you
have I
referred to.
referenced?
Yeah.
I don't even think I referenced any science since I've been
You
up
said
here.
zygote one time. That's
But
just
yeah, I
the
said
name.
zygote, yeah.
And 75% of people that haven't been in school don't know what that means.
Okay. All right. So do you not know what it means?
I do know what it means.
Okay. So then do you think it's murder, right? If someone were to have a petri dish with a sperm and an egg fertilized and to slap the zygote?
I don't believe that's right chemically. It should be
Do you think it's
natural.
wrong?
Yes.
You think it's wrong for me to slap the zygote or to make it through a IVF?
Make it through IVF.
Okay, so people who have issues or having kids through the context of like intercourse. Appreciate the elephant. Thank you so much. You don't think that they should be able to use IVF to be able to produce children?
I don't think it's naturally okay to do that because if you can't physically have a child, then you should be adopting.
Wait,
what
they
do you
can,
mean?
but through
Yeah,
IVF.
Yeah.
Also, like, who cares about it being natural? You're on a phone right now. Is that natural?
Yeah. When you shit
That's-
on a toilet, is that natural?
See,
a
this is
genuine
what you
question.
guys have been- this is what you guys have been doing to every person that's come on your live. And you just,
Wow! Us proving people wrong is wrong, Parker. Who would have thought? I'm a fucking villain.
Yeah, we
Sue me.
shouldn't be critiquing people. My bad.
Fucking sue me, dude. Take me to jail.
Prison for debaters.
enjoy trolling people.
Bro,
We're not trolling at all. We're literally just
It's called
arguing, and
satire.
you kind of just made like a ridiculous assertion. Well, they left. What's up with everyone just like being such a snowflake today?
Parker,
like I
this
just
is what
hopped
I've
on.
been dealing with. This is what I've been dealing with, bro. This is it. I love it, though. Hi, how old are you?
How are you guys?
I'm good.
Good.
So, are you pro-life?
Yes,
Why is that?
because I believe that a woman should
quiet
have the
mouse.
right to choosing her own course of life, and I don't
You're
believe that.
pro-choice.
What's that?
Are you? You sounds like you're pro-choice, my guy.
I am.
Oh. Am I
That's
being
what I said.
gaslit, Parker?
In the arms
No, you just-
of
Am I being
an
gaslit?
angel.
The
Are you
actual-
pro-life? I'm just
No,
looking
no,
for
I'm
people.
not a troll.
No, I'm not. We don't think you're trolling. We're just looking for people who are pro-life. Thank you, Annalise. Thank you so much for the $5, y'all. Like, I have really bad memory. If I say something wrong and then people say something like that, I just get really confused. Hi, are you pro-life?
Yes,
Why is that?
because I think that everybody should have the right to choose.
Okay, so
What?
am I being gaslit, bro?
Wait, do you think it should be legal to get an abortion?
No,
You're pro-choice.
No, he doesn't think it should be legal to get an abortion. Okay. Why should it be illegal to get an abortion?
Oh, you said
wanna go back-
legal.
yeah,
Maybe I need to go to bed. God damn it.
I didn't say that.
All right. So you don't think it should be legal? I'm just confused, man.
I don't know what's happening.
Like it's not me. Like I think people are like trying to confuse us at this point.
Or do you
Like just
think-
tell us why you're pro-life, bro.
Oh
Like
my god, bro. if you use the word choice, you're pro-choice. I just want to let you know. Do you think that women have the right to abortions? Am I in another fucking dimension, Parker?
Okay, non-sentient guest next.
Sorry, my phone is messing up. Sorry about that.
Oh, you're good. Don't worry.
Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that.
So,
Yeah.
do you think that like females should have the right to abortions?
I think that it should be males and females. It depends. It depends on the situation because.
Do
like,
you think people who can bear children should have the right to have a fucking abortion?
Yes.
You're pro-choice, dude. God.
Okay.
Damn!
Thank you.
Anyway, y'all, let's go to the next person.
No, please. Hey, everyone, we just want to clarify, everyone. Only send a guest request if you think that abortion should be banned in all circumstances.
If you're pro-life, please.
Or in most. In most. We'll say most.
Just say if you're pro-life. I don't give a fuck. Just if you're pro-life, at the very least. At the very least. I just know it's hard for us to follow direct directions. I get it.
People might think pro-life means like anti-abortion.
I know, but
So they're
that's
pro-choice but
never been the
anti-abortion.
case. So that means they have never
know,
talked
right?
about it a day in their life. Hi, so Ryan, your mic keeps fucking up, but you're back again for the third time. Why are you pro-life? You're pissing me off, Ryan. You're pissing me the fuck off. Okay, Ryan? You understand me? If I catch your ass back in my guest requests, we're gonna have a problem.
A problem.
We're gonna have a we're gonna have a problem. We're gonna have a fucking problem. Fire Queen. Hi, are you pro-life?
Hi, Tashika. I'm actually a massive fan of you, by the way. So I'm a little bit indecisive on like 50-50 on this because it's a gray area, but I am pro-life for in certain scenarios.
What scenarios?
So like, let's say like the person that wants to get an abortion does like SMEX work or does like OF, and they just want the abortion because of like the career that they have, then I don't think they should get one.
What do you mean?
Yeah, why not?
Because like I feel like it's the line of work that they do, so I feel like they should just have the baby because they know like the line of work that they're doing, right? Like it's ultimately
That's like the worst environment for the baby. Why would you? This just sounds like incel shit.
I know, but but you have to understand me, right? Like they know preemptively, like going into it, you may have a baby, right? So, and if this is your line of work, you should like. I feel like you're just at that point knowing you're gonna have the baby. And
If someone's an Uber driver, they shouldn't be able to get like they should be liable in every accident. Was that what you're saying?
yes.
Okay, so even if they get hit, they should be liable.
Oh no. Well, then they shouldn't be liable because it's not really their fault.
But they knew what they're getting into, and this is their job, this is their career.
Right. So in that regard, yes.
They should
but,
have to pay for their own stuff then, right?
Right, but if they're having unprotected like activities, right, and they do this for their career, right, then they should be like kind of like held accountable, right? Like the people that do that type of line of work.
Why?
I think it goes like from a moral standpoint, because like what you're getting yourself into, right? Like if you're gonna
Yeah, when I engage in sex with my girlfriend, I know what I'm getting myself into.
right. So if you don't,
Oh, but I'm sorry.
yeah, right. If you don't use protection, then there's a likelihood you may have a child, right? And you should just bring the child into the world.
Yeah, why?
So you think elective abortions are wrong?
I don't know. Once again, I'm 50-50. This is a gray area.
Isn't that so?
I don't know why it would only apply in the case of sex workers. Like,
No, this just sounds like you just hate women.
No. I don't hate women.
Yeah, then why are you just applying this to sex workers?
because I don't know. I don't know. I'm trying to be like devil's advocate. I'm actually like pro-choice, but I was trying to like find a way.
That
to,
was
like,
bad. That was
that
really
bad?
bad.
That was really bad.
That
I'm
was
sorry,
really
man.
bad.
I'm sorry. I know you needed a different angle, so I was just like, let me see.
No, it's good. It's good, but that. No. I'm gonna go on to the next person say. Oh God. All right. In the meantime, y'all keep double tapping the screen. Thank you so much, Ashley, for the subscription. Hi, Alice. I knew you wanted to say some shit about that. Come on,
Oh God,
girl.
girl, that was terrible. I thought he was serious, and I was gonna come up and be like, "Dude,
No, I saw you, but like, no, thank God he's joking. But like, yeah, I'm gonna go on to the next person, Alex.
no problem."
Yo, that was fucking. That was
Wild.
That was something. That was something. Let's go on to the next person, y'all.
Hi, can you
I
hear
thought
me?
he was serious too, to be honest.
No, yeah, me too. Hi, how old are you? I was like, how are you my fan? You're saying shit like this.
I'm 29.
Cool. So, are you pro-life?
Yeah, I'm pro-life.
Why is that?
So I'm Christian. I believe in God's word, and I believe it to be true. And it's against his word.
Okay. So have you read the Old Testament?
Yes, mostly.
Yeah. So people who have cheated, right? They should get abortions, right?
People who have cheated?
Uh-huh.
No.
Well, it says that in the Old Testament.
Oh,
Erica, thank you so
should
much for
drink
the
the bitter
$10.
water, right? The dirty water.
can you read that for me? I'm sorry.
Yeah, I got you. I'll pull it up. You guys can talk about something while I pull it up.
Yeah. So, how do you know? How do you know that your religion is true in order to be able to hold to these morals?
What was that?
How do you know that your religion is true in order to know that we should hold to these morals?
I'm just saying that's what I believe. I believe in God. I believe in his word, and I believe for it to be true. and
Yeah,
it's
but like,
His word.
yeah, but I believe in the Bible, and the and the Bible says the quite opposite, right? Quite the opposite. I mean, so how do we know that which one we should
And
listen
what is? And can you read that for me? Or,
the Bible's Pibologians 31 verse 25? Fuck bitches get money.
interesting.
Right. So how
And
do we
there's
know
other
that these
people
are
that
true?
believe that as well.
Yes, for sure. Everyone who is a Pistian. Hold up. Let me turn off the sub only. Hold on one second. All the Pistians, stand up. Rise up. Rise up. Praise Jesus in the chat right now. Praise Jesus in the chat right now. There it is. Look at them. That's thousands of people right there.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a book that I can look up to find that?
Yes, we keep it within our community.
Oh, interesting. Well,
Yeah, I also have this. It's Numbers 5:27 through 28. If she has made herself impure and has been unfaithful to her husband, this will be the result. When she is made to drink the water that brings a curse that causes bitter suffering, it will enter her abdomen will swell her womb, will miscarry, and she will become a curse.
I think that's out of context. I think the way that people are reading
They
that
just
verse
gave you
is-
the
That's not out of
fucking
context.
context.
That's literally it's literally
think
just
it
like
is.
if a woman engages
But-
in adultery, that she should get an abortion, essentially,
I don't
because she
think
drinks
that's
something
true.
that causes a miscarriage.
I think that's out of context because literally there's
We
at least
just gave you the
50
context.
No. There's literally 53 verses that say otherwise, and I think the one that you just read is out of context, but I can research it on my own. What verse
How
was
is it
that?
out of context? Can you demonstrate how? You're just assuming.
Because there's literally at least 53 verses in the
Name
Bible
one.
that say otherwise. Okay, give me a minute to look it up then.
Well, it's time.
Can we get a praise Jesus in the chat, everyone?
Okay, there's one says Exodus 20:13, you shall not murder.
Oh my god.
Oh, I'm not going against that. I mean, God commands you to kill infants in the Bible. Did you know that?
I don't believe that to be true at all.
Yeah. For example, right? Specifically in 1 Samuel 15:3, he commands Saul to kill the Amalekite men, women, children, and infants. Would you like me to read you the verse?
Yes, please.
I got you. Okay, 1 Samuel 15:3 says, now go attack the Amalekites and totally destroy all that belongs to them. Do not spare them. Put to death men and women, children and infants, cattle and sheep, camels and donkeys. The donkeys too.
And
What the donkeys do? Bart.
I'm sorry. And what story was that referencing? You said Samuel what?
It was a command that God gave Saul to kill the Amalekites.
What context is acceptable?
And
in which this is
which
acceptable?
context is
And
ethnic
so
cleansing
that-
acceptable?
Are you saying that scripture is saying that abortion is okay?
No, the
No,
scripture is saying that God is okay with unaliving literal babies.
Yeah, like actual infants, right? Not little single cell organisms like zygotes that we're talking about here. Like literally killing fucking babies.
I don't believe that to be true. I would have to.
Me when I'm indoctrinated. When I tell you something, Parker, no book collects more dust in a Christian household than the fucking Bible. Like, he
And what do
read
you
you
mean
that
by
shit verbatim. This is called bigotry.
And
This
what
is
was
called
Did you
indoctrination.
read the reason for whatever?
We gave you the fucking context.
Yeah, Kay, can you tell me what reason or what context in which ethnic cleansing is justified?
You would have to read the stories.
Now you have to read the story to know when ethnic cleansing is justified?
Damn,
Is that what you just
fuck.
said?
Yeah.
So you think Hitler
That's
has
crazy.
There are certain reasons for things like when
That's
That's
crazy.
admitted that you're
So her
low-key a
view,
Nazi.
her view is literally ethnic cleansing is
like in the
sometimes
story
justified.
of Moses, there was a reason why he sent out certain plagues and stuff. for
You
certain
thought
reasons.
it was morally justified for God to unalive children in the story of Moses.
He did it for a reason. They were doing stuff that was against his.
The
What
infants?
the kids do?
The
What
infants-
did
the
the kids
infants?
do?
What was that?
The infants were doing something. What'd they do? You goo-gooed
He's-
too much. You goo-gooed
He
too much.
warned them that their
Too many
children-
goo-goos.
I don't-
Too many.
I
Too many.
don't fuck with your dads, right? I don't fuck with your
They-
dads.
he
I'm not gonna
warned them
unalive your
that there would
dads. I'm
be-
gonna unalive you.
He warned them that there would be consequences to the things
Fuck
that
did
they
the
did. in that
kids
way.
do? What did the kids do though? Did he warn the kids?
And again, I want
What
to
did the
know.
donkeys do?
Did he warn the donkeys? Did he warn the babies?
He
And
warned
again,
the
I want.
infants.
And again, I want to know.
Were the
Where
babies
in the
given a
Bi-
chance to crawl away?
Can I talk? And also, I want to know where it says that in the Bible that that abortion
Does
is
God
okay
speak infant?
for
I told
us.
you. Yeah, I told you. Numbers.
I'm talking. I'm not talking about what
Do you want
God.
the
I'm
verse?
talking about what. Where
Numbers
does it say that we
5:28.
are allowed to kill? That we are.
Numbers
or unalive,
5:28.
I'm sorry.
It literally says a woman who engages in adultery should drink
And I already
something that
told you
causes a
that was
miscarriage.
out of context.
No,
And you
it's
don't even know
not.
the
You didn't even
context.
read it.
How
You
the
didn't even know
fuck do you
scripture.
know?
Because there's literally over 53 verses that state that.
Okay,
You couldn't
then
name
name
one.
them. You
I just did. And
No, you didn't.
What was the one?
I can read another one.
You
as
saying
well.
murder is wrong doesn't actually
Yeah.
change anything because I appreciate that.
Murder
appreciate
is
that.
wrong, or
Thank you so
unaliving
much.
is
I
wrong.
appreciate that.
It doesn't matter because
Appreciate
your
that.
Bible doesn't even consider abortion
Oh
to
wait,
be
so
murder.
God is commanding you to do something wrong in 1 Samuel 15:3. God's commanding you to do something evil. So that's Satan, not God.
What did he command to be wrong?
For them to unalive fucking kids and specifically donkeys. They can't have just had donkeys.
No, don't forget the cattle, sheep, and camels.
Oh, I was about to say I didn't hear that part. Yeah, like what the fuck? What about the cats? They ain't had no cats in that bit.
Where does it say that we're allowed to
gerbils.
unalive our unborn children? Where does it say that?
Yeah, so again, as it relates to this, I just told you, right, in Numbers 5:28, it tells you that a woman that has engaged in adultery, right, should get an abortion by drinking bitter water that causes a miscarriage. Again, I'll read
And
it.
you think he literally is saying that
They
he
gave her
wants
a-
to.
If she has made herself impure and has been unfaithful to her husband, this will be the result, right? And they put a semicolon, right? When she is made to drink the water that brings a
I
curse
am not
and causes
17. I'm
bitter
literally
suffering,
29. Where did
it
you
will
get that?
enter her.
Girl, shh.
It will enter her. Her abdomen will swell up and will miscarry.
Me when
Like I said, he's not literally telling her.
you didn't
to
even
get an
know the
abortion.
fucking scripture.
He's not literally telling her to get an abortion, and I can read
They
multiple.
literally
That is
did.
literally
He
what
quite
it-
literally.
what it is.
No. K.
I can read multiple
no, stop talking.
verses.
Stop fucking
I can
talking.
read multiple
K,
verses that
stop
state that
talking. This is
abortion
called
is-
indoctrination. It literally says This is what you
You need
will
multiple
do.
verses that state that
Then do
abortion is
it.
wrong.
Then do it. Then do it.
I just did.
No,
and
you
there's
just
more.
no. Your book already considers abortion not to be murder, right? Also, do you believe
No,
that
it doesn't state that. Where does it say that abortion is not murder?
In this situation, it wouldn't be murder. And I have a question, right? If a 13-year-old is raped, should they be able to get an abortion?
No one should be allowed to unalive anyone.
So a 13-year-old should be
They should
forced
be
to go
forced
through a
to have a baby?
pregnancy.
No one should be.
Okay, a
forced-
9-year-old,
Say it
a 9-year-old,
verbatim.
a 9-year-old that is raped, right? Do you believe that they should be forced to go through the context of a pregnancy?
Say it with your chest.
I don't think that anyone should be alive.
Say it
allowed
with your
to unalive
fucking
anyone.
chest, bro. You
I
think
just said.
9-year-olds should have babies?
And
Say it
I
with
don't know
your
why
chest.
you keep yelling at me and cussing
Say
at me for.
because you're fucking indoctrinated and you're being a coward right now. Okay?
I'm being a coward by
the
saying
fact
what
that
I
you
believe.
no because the fact that you were
You're
unable
being
to say
weird.
that shit. I'm being weird. Anyway,
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm weird as fuck.
Because
Goo goo
you're
gaga.
literally trying to
Meek,
talk
meek,
over me and
mook,
cuss
mook,
out me.
meek,
for-
meek.
Your God commanded ethnic cleansing, and yet you still worship him.
I'm a little bit confused. You know you're a coward. You know that this is wrong because you.
I'm a
refuse
coward
to say-
how?
You refuse to say this verbatim.
So I'm a coward by saying it's not right to unalive babies, but the
No,
people that
you're
are
a
unaliving
coward
babies-
because that's not what we
the people
asked
that
you
are
to say.
unaliving babies.
That is not what we
The people that
asked
are
you to
unaliving
say.
babies are not cowards.
That is not what we
They're not
asked you
cowards?
to say.
They're not
The
cowards.
9-year-old's a
Lord,
coward?
thank you so much, Lord. Thank you
Did I
so
say
much
anything
for
about a
unaliving
Is the
nine-year-old?
all of
9-year-old
those
a
Did I say
coward
anything
for
about a
getting the
9-year-old?
baby to
Lord,
be
thank you
unalive?
so
I didn't
much
say
for
anything about
committing
9-year-olds.
genocide.
That's you guys
Lord,
did.
thank
what
you
we're
so
asking
much
you
for
for.
ethnically cleansing the Amalekites.
I just
Lord,
said.
thank you so much.
The donkeys, the
I
camels,
appreciate it.
and the
Praise
cattle.
the Lord. Praise be the Lord.
Yeah, God, when you told them to go in there and unalive all the men, including the little boys, and then take all the virgins to use them for slave trade and trafficking, yeah.
Bro, that's wild. Candace Owens would eat y'all up. Please
You
tell
hear me?
Candace Owens to debate us. I will debate Candace
I would
Owens.
love to debate Candace.
I would love to. I would love to. Any fucking
Hey,
time
I
of the
can hear
week.
you.
Any time.
I can hear you, Kay. Kay, can you say that the 9-year-old is a coward for getting an abortion?
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
No, we can't.
Okay.
Okay.
So, can you say that
My
the
bad. No,
9-year-old
no. I got a call. My
We
bad.
know. Can you say
Oh,
that the
okay.
9-year-old is a coward for getting an abortion?
I didn't say the 9-year-old was a coward to get an abortion.
But that's what you're insinuating.
I'm not saying anything about a
Do
9-year-old.
you
guys
can you
brought
say
that
a
up.
9-year-old should be forced to bear a child?
They shouldn't be forced to bear a child. They shouldn't have. The person that did that to them, that was wrong. But I don't agree.
No,
that
really, we're not
anyone-
talking about. Yeah, but who gives a fuck? You know, that's
Should the
no
9-year-old
longer-
be able to get
I
an
don't
abortion?
think anyone should be able to unalive anyone.
So say it with your chest. The 9-year-old.
I just did.
No, you didn't.
No one should be
You're a
allowed to
coward.
unalive anyone.
You're
We're
a
not,
coward.
We're not God. We should
So
not
say
be
this
allowed to
specifically.
unalive.
A 9-year-old should not be able to legally get an abortion.
No, abortion should be illegal.
Wow.
Okay, how about
You
someone
know-
who's gonna die, right?
you know it's wrong.
So a 9-year-old that's going
Yeah,
to die from
abortion
the
is wrong.
pregnancy,
I agree.
right? A 9-year-old that's going to die from the pregnancy, should they be able to get an abortion?
And the grown people that are
The youngest person to ever bear a child was 5 years old.
okay, and that's wrong for what happened to them. But I don't believe that anyone should be able to unalive any.
Right. So say that the
human being.
5-year-old should be forced to bear the child of the rapist. Say it.
Like I just said.
Say it. Say it verbatim.
I just did. Do
You
you
know
want me
it's
to keep
like you know
repeating
it's wrong. You know this.
Yeah,
shit
abortion
is
is wrong.
No, you're
No. Okay, listen to this. A 9-year-old that has been raped and is going to die from the pregnancy.
I feel bad for that
Should
child.
they
and
be
that should
able
have
to get an
happened to them,
abortion?
but I believe that we shouldn't be able to unalive anyone.
Listen to my full question, right? It is the case that a 9-year-old, right?
What would happen
Let
if
me. Can I
abortion-
finish my question, please?
What would have happened if abortion?
Can I finish
was
my
even
question, please?
A thing. Then
Can
what?
I finish my question, please? So a 9-year-old was raped, right? You think that even if they're going to die from the pregnancy, like they're going to die, do you think they should be able to get an abortion in that circumstance?
Abortion shouldn't even be a thing. Unaliving should not be allowed.
Me when I'm
they
indoctrinated?
should be forced to die because they were raped.
I feel bad for what happened to that child, but
No,
I
you
don't
don't.
think that
You're a psychopath.
I am, because I believe that you shouldn't be unaliving.
What if
Human
what if
beings.
the fetus is
I'm-
going to die either
that
way?
makes no sense.
What if the fetus is going to die either way? Should they be able to get an abortion to save?
How do we know the fetus is going to die?
There are certain circumstances where we know the fetus is going to die and not make it through the context of pregnancy, and
No one
also
knows
the mother
that
wouldn't
with
be able to
God,
as
if the
well.
fetus is
What
gonna
fucking
live.
5-year-old can carry a child to term like that?
Actually, technically, the 5-year-old did fully
Wait, no,
carry
she
it.
did survive.
Okay,
Oh, shit,
so
I
you just
forgot. I thought she
answered
passed
your own
away.
question.
Appreciate
You
that.
think that's
Yeah,
okay?
I didn't say it was okay, did I?
Hey, no. Okay, like listen to my question specifically. You think a 9-year-old that has been raped and is going to die from a pregnancy, and let's say we also
How
know
do
that
we
the
know that
let me
she's going
finish.
to die?
Let me finish. Can
Oh
I
my
finish,
God.
please? Let's say that she also knows that the fetus is going to die. Okay, all of them know the fetus is going to die. Should they be able to get an abortion that will save the life of the mother, given that both of them are going to die either way?
How do we know that they're going to die?
We have knowledge scientifically. They know this in the context of hospitals. I
I
don't fully
only
know
believe
all
that
the
God
context of how
knows
they know, but they
whether
know.
someone's going to live or die.
What's up?
I believe only God knows if someone's going to live or die. We
So they
won't-
shouldn't
we
be able
won't
to get
able
an.
to- we won't.
So
we're not
so
able
so
to
let me ask you
determine.
the question. So doctors believe that it is the case that both of them are going to die if they do not get an abortion. Should they be able to get an abortion?
How do we know they're going to die?
Again, I'm not quite sure on all the details. It could
So
be
then we don't
ectopic
know.
pregnancy. It could be other scenarios, but I do know that this happens in the context of hospitals.
There are
We
some.
don't know in that certain circumstance.
There are some.
that
It's already
person's
baked
gonna
into the
die.
hypothetical. There are some circumstances where we know that the baby will not survive.
But we don't know in particular of that certain situation.
It's already baked.
I
into the
don't know. I
hypothetical.
don't know the certain circumstance. Like it could be an ectopic pregnancy. I don't know specifically what would be like the scientific reason or what's happening in the body for why one would be, or I mean, both of them would be dying in this circumstance. But I'm just giving you an example, right?
I'm telling you that we don't know whether someone's going to live or die.
It's baked into
We do,
the
right?
fucking hypothetical.
Yeah. So like, let's say the doctors know, right? You might
They
not
don't
think
know.
the doctors
Only God
stop
knows.
talking. Right, you might think that the doctors don't truly know. Only God knows. But
Yeah.
let's say that the doctors know. They claim they know, right? That both of them are going to die either way, right? So the abortion will save the life of the mother. If they don't get an abortion, both of them will die. Should they be able to get an abortion?
Only God knows if they're going to survive or not.
Can I ask you? Should they be able to get an abortion?
Abortion should not be a thing. Unaliving should not be a thing.
So even in the
Only God
circumstance where
knows.
the fetus is going to die either way, she
We don't know that
still
they're
won't
gonna
justify abortion for a
We're-
9-year-old
we
that's
don't
been
know if
raped.
they're
You
gonna
think
die.
that then it's
Only God
baked
knows.
into the hypothetical already.
This is the craziest view I've ever heard on abortion.
Only God knows if they're going to die.
It's
This
already
is the
baked
craziest view I've ever heard.
into the hypothetical.
We don't know if they're going to live or die.
Yeah, the most sane Christian chat.
best
very
Christian
sane.
argumentation.
Most morally sound Christian chat.
We don't know if they're going to die. Only God does. So, I mean,
No. But like seriously, like we literally do know, right? You're
don't
just
know. We're
denying
not
any
God.
knowledge outside of the context of God. So then you don't know that your God exists. You just have faith, right? And if you just have faith, that's just as justified as me
I
saying
do have faith.
That's
Yeah.
just as justified as me saying I have faith. You watched child porn earlier, okay?
that's not the same thing.
So the claim that you watched child porn earlier is just as likely to be true as your claim that your God exists.
That's not the
Under
same
your own
thing.
perspective, by the way.
It's the same
It's
thing.
really not.
It's a one comparison.
Like
They're
I
both
said,
faith.
you guys can try and twist whatever you guys want to try and
I'm not
twist. I
twisting
just
anything.
told
They're
you
both based upon the
how
standard
I-
of faith.
No, it's not.
Yes.
Like I said, I believe
Yeah, you're
I
making me
believe in
lose
His
brain
word.
cells, and I think people like you should be under a jail, right? So, under
No,
my
the people
worldview,
that
you wouldn't-
unalive people.
hey,
should
my
be
love,
in
my
jail.
love, my love. Under my worldview, you wouldn't have rights. Okay, let's go on to the next person.
That's so crazy.
Like, absolutely not. These people vote. Disgusting. Hi, how old are you?
Hey, sorry, my son just grabbed my phone. I'm 25. Sorry.
Okay, so are you pro-life? She would have rights.
Yes.
It's not the vote. Cool. So yeah. So why are you pro-life?
Well, I just had a question. Like the 528. What are you talking about? Numbers 528 in the Bible. When you
Yeah.
read talking. Okay. Like, did you read all of Numbers?
Do you need to?
No, like I'm asking. Like, are you used? Because if you like read,
I'm
it's, like,
familiar with this aspect because it's relevant to things that I've talked about on live.
Yeah, but
So-
like if you read that whole passage, like it talks about like repenting and like apologizing, then you're like, it's not like a thing that it kills a baby. It
It does.
Like,
That literally
shrinks
says it
the-
literally
it
says that it's
shrinks
going
the
to cause a
uterus.
miscarriage.
But if you like repent and weren't like are truly sorry, it goes in and saying that the woman will be pure.
Yeah, no, she still has the abortion.
That's
she will
in
just
terms
be
of the ability to have kids in the future.
Exactly. Like, she still had the abortion. She's just seen as unclean and cursed now.
Okay.
I love the little
Okay,
baby.
nice.
I love the little baby breaths, man. It's been so long since a little baby's been running around my house. I miss it. Hi,
Hey,
how
y'all.
are you?
I
Whole
am
time I'm advocating
46.
for their death. Anyway, so
Can you hear me?
yeah. Are you pro-life?
No.
Okay, well I'm just looking for people who are pro-life. I do appreciate you though. Oh no, let's go to the next person. In the meantime, double tap that screen. I love babies, the ones that are here. Hi, how old are you? Not the Macarena. Oh my god. Hi, how old are you?
I'm 43.
Cool. Are you pro-life?
I am pro-life.
Why?
I just believe that killing a baby is wrong.
Damn, bro. Me too.
I mean,
Wait, at conception, right?
I'm sorry.
At conception, right?
Yes.
Oh, okay, so like someone who has an IUD, right? Do you believe that they're a murderer?
A
I don't
filthy
understand.
scoundrel, even.
Hello?
Yeah.
Do you believe a person who has an IUD is a murderer?
Do you know what an IUD is?
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
So an intrauterine device specifically is not only something that can prevent fertilization of an egg, but can also stop a fertilized egg, life at conception, from implanting into the uterine wall, which would be the beginning of pregnancy. So again, specifically in this scenario, it prevents a human life from beginning pregnancy. That leads to deaths of human lives at conception. Under your view, you would consider someone who has an IUD a murderer, right? Under my view, I don't think it is.
So you're saying a condom?
No. An IUD, an intrauterine device.
I don't know.
Best way I can describe to you, it's a device that's put, that is used to stop fertilization or prevent fertilization and to prevent implantation. Okay, so it can end a human life.
Well, then, yeah, I guess it would be murder.
It would be murder. So everyone who has an IUD right now, you believe that they're committing murder and they should be in prison for the rest of their lives.
No.
No,
You
why
think
not?
murderers should be free?
No, because it is legal.
You think murder?
No. But you believe that they're murderers.
I don't believe that. I don't believe that.
You think
they're
there's a
bad
certain type of
people.
murder that
I
should
don't
be legal?
believe that they're murderers. They're doing something that's legal that they think is right.
So you think there should be legal murder?
Yeah.
No.
Okay, so you think they should be in prison?
I'm saying it is legal. No, I'm not saying they should be in
We're not
prison.
asking you if it is legal. No, we ask you.
If it's legal, then they can. I'm not saying they're not doing anything wrong. In my
so you think
views, they're doing something wrong.
right? So you think there's like legally sanctioned murder?
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, but you, under your worldview, would you want it to be legal?
Abortion to be legal? No.
Okay, so you want it to be illegal. Do you want the person who has an IUD? Do you want the IUDs to be illegal?
No. I guess.
Okay,
not.
but that murders babies under your view.
Well, then they shouldn't be legal.
Oh, so it should be illegal to have an IUD. If someone has an IUD under your worldview, once your laws are in effect, should they go to prison for the rest of their life?
No, they shouldn't go to prison. You want to go to
So
prison
murderers
for the-
shouldn't go to prison. And by the way, Matt's aiding and abetting in murder. I just want to let that be known.
Oh my god!
Say it again.
My friend Matt is aiding and abetting in murder under your
Please, please,
worldview.
I mean, I'm just saying I just don't agree with abortion. That's really all. I'm not saying I think people are bad that do it. I don't think.
Bro, we whittled your entire argument all the way down, and for you to immediately just be like, "Well, I still believe in this," is so stupid.
Why is it? It's just what's right. You're killing a baby.
I don't care
mommy
about a
gang.
single cell organism. All right,
Murder
a
mommy
zygote.
gang.
Yeah, and prior to sentience, what valuable characteristic do they have?
I'm just saying.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to sit here and fight with you too, but
You're not even.
I'm not
fight-
asking you to fight. I'm just asking what valuable characteristic do they have prior to sentience?
look, I don't. Whenever I argue abortion, it's very hard for me to argue it because you were talking about a 9-year-old earlier.
It means because you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. That's why it's hard.
No, that doesn't mean
it's easy for me.
About that doesn't mean I don't know what I'm talking about.
It's easy for me. I don't know why it's hard for you.
No, because for me, I can't say a 9-year-old that was raped should not have an abortion. Do
Damn,
I
that's
think-
right. Because you
I'm-
disagree
I'm-
with yourself.
So no, I'm not disagreeing with myself. I'm just thinking. It's just a way of thinking. Do I agree with abortion? No, but do I?
Yeah, you do.
No, I
Why
really
should
don't.
why should the
Do I
child why
think-
should the child who was raped be able to get an abortion?
Do I? Oh, do I think that somebody
answer the question,
that
please?
is out having
Ma'am,
sex?
not ma'am, sir. Can
every
you answer the
night-
question?
Hold on.
Can you answer the question?
What? Go
Why
ahead.
should a child that was raped be able to get an abortion?
I'm not saying she should be able to have an abortion.
You
but
just
I'm not
fucking
going to sit here
Am
and
I-
argue that
Am
she
I
shouldn't.
sucking a wiener? What's going on here?
All right. I'm not saying she should have an abortion.
So she shouldn't have an abortion. Shouldn't be able to get an abortion.
No, but I'm not going to sit here
So
and
she
argue.
shouldn't be able to get an abortion. A child who was raped should not be able to get an abortion. Say that back to us for the camera.
See,
Say
you
it with
did
your
this to the
fucking
last
chest,
person.
bro.
You did this to the last person.
With your chest.
Nobody's
And
going to say that because it's not
Because
right.
you're a coward.
No, because
Exactly.
it's not right.
Exactly. You walked face first into the fucking point.
No, it's not right for
You
me to
disagree.
say a
But
9-year-old.
that is what you believe. Hallelujah. Praise him. Praise him. Praise Jesus. All right? You've been paved.
I think abortion is used as.
I didn't ask you that. I didn't
Okay.
ask you that. Say it with your fucking chest.
Say what?
A child who was raped should
No.
not be able to get an abortion.
No, I'm not going to say that.
Damn, I wonder why, Parker. It's almost
Because
It's almost like he knows the view is obviously something he doesn't want to hold to.
it's something that goes against your morals.
No.
Like I just
Hold
want to say
on.
this, by the way. If you feel
Wait,
like
let me
not
talk for
confident
1
in like
second.
expressing a position, it's probably because you don't have a solid position in it yet. That's what I would say.
Let me say this: somebody that goes out and is having sex and has 4 abortions because they're just
Bro, the fact that you have to give us a fucking hypothetical describing
You
a
gave
person
me a
who you feel-
hypothetical.
No, stop talking. I'm not done.
You gave me a
Stop talking.
you-
I'm
Yes,
gonna
after
tell
the
you
fourth
why it's
abortion, they
weird.
should
I'm
be
gonna-
able to, yes.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, they should still be able to get it. Whatever, right? The example that you're giving here is simply because you feel morally superior to the person that you were describing. That is the only thing you have to stand on here. Because here's the thing. I don't give a fuck if they got 20 abortions. Okay? I don't give a fuck. Right? You know what you give a fuck about, though? Kids having abortions. So say it with your chest. Say it with your fucking chest. Say it with your chest. Murder mommy gang. Right? Say it with your chest. With your whole chest. The whole thing. Puff it out. Peel my muffin cap back blue. Do it.
You won't let me finish what I want to say.
Because you didn't even answer what I said. You went on to give a hypothetical of a person that you feel like you're better than morally.
I don't think I'm better than them.
Okay, so go ahead and finish the hypothetical. Because you're going to ask us, should they be able to get a 5th abortion? I think they should be able to get 300. Now what?
Why do you feel that way?
Because a zygote holds no moral value. Go ahead and tell me that a 5-year-old should be able to be, like, forced to have a baby. Say it.
No, I already told you I can't
Say
say
it.
that.
Why can't you say it? This is your worldview.
you can have a view on something and not be able to back something else up.
No.
Yeah, you can.
No, it's not about backing it up.
So
You've
I
already
guess
backed it up.
hold on. I guess
You've already
I
backed it
don't
up. Say it with your
completely
chest.
disagree with abortion.
So you're
I guess
pro-choice.
I guess I completely don't disagree with it.
You're pro-choice then. Welcome. We'll send you the pamphlet in the mail.
I would
Your
but
Appreciate it,
cards,
man.
your candles, and your.
I could never be pro-choice. I think it should be circumstantial.
Yeah, no. So you do believe that a 5-year-old should be forced to have a baby,
No, I don't believe that.
right? Why?
Because a 5-year-old should not. A 5-year-old should not be able to.
What about a
I'm sorry.
16-year-old?
No, fuck it. No, Parker. Keep that ass at 5. Go
What?
ahead.
Because didn't you say a 5-year-old should be able to?
No, a 5-year-old. Look,
And I asked him why. Why should they be able to get an abortion?
a 5-year-old.
Yeah.
If they were raped, they should be able to have an abortion. I guess.
Why? Does the life of that fetus not matter?
Yes, it does matter.
So why should they be able to get abortion?
I don't know.
Because they're like,
Damn, that's crazy. Anyway, so
Their life matters too.
anyway, so what did your wife say?
Because their life matters too.
Right. So then the 5-year-old should not be able to get an abortion. Then they should be forced to have the child. Then, right?
5-year-old can't get pregnant.
Yes, they can.
Yes,
So-
they can. We can
Yes,
give you
they
a
can.
specific example.
The youngest person in the world to bear a child, and they both survived, was 5 years old.
Yeah,
And she actually passed away not too long ago. But anyway, so go ahead. Go ahead. So the 5-year-old should not be able to have an abortion.
Well, yes, you should.
Oh, so the fetus's life doesn't matter then
But she
in this
said,
context.
I'm saying you can have a view on different.
No,
Yes.
no, you're pro-choice.
Wait, but you'd have to have a reason to indicate that, right?
Yeah.
And if you don't have a reason to indicate that, then we can then ask you the question: do you think a 16-year-old should be able to get an abortion? And if you don't think that they should be able to get an abortion, what's the relevant difference between the 16-year-old, right, and the what's it
5-year-old.
called 5-year-old that is going to then indicate that one can and the other one can't?
I don't have all my facts, but isn't it harmful for a 5-year-old to carry a child?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
harmful.
yeah, yeah.
It's harmful to the 16-year-old too.
Yeah.
It's like- yeah.
There really is no black and white in it. There's no.
Under your worldview, there is.
Do you think it should be up to the person to make a choice?
My wife walked in on this conversation, so
We know.
And I'm guessing she probably thinks they should be able to have a choice, even though she might think it's wrong.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
I guess I'm the same
Appreciate the
way.
hand arts, thank you.
Then you're
Okay, well then you're pro-choice.
Welcome,
all right.
welcome. We will send
All
you
right.
your pentagram paint, your pamphlet, and your hood in the mail.
But
Welcome to pro-choice.
But I still disagree with it used as a
You
contraceptive.
can disagree with
No
it,
one
right?
uses it as fucking contraceptive.
Yes, they do.
You're disagreeing with something that
why
doesn't
would
happen.
it? Oh wait, only people who would be like extremely rich. Like, how would someone
Sure.
like an average American be able to do that when
Yeah.
they can't afford their bills, when they're living paycheck to paycheck? They
Right.
can't afford a random $400 expense, the average American, yet they can use abortion as birth control?
Okay.
Appreciate that.
It's
Thank you so much.
$500. It's between $500
literally-
and $2,000.
It's quite literally out of their budget.
Thank
Okay.
you so much. Like even a rich person, that just sounds insane. Also, abortion hurts like a lot. I don't know who's doing that every month.
All right, heard. All right. Well, I guess I.
Welcome to the pro-choice. I'll see you at the rallies. Okay, novice. We'll see you at the rallies. All right, that's
See you at the
another
rallies,
dub.
man.
That's another fucking dub. Let's go on to the next person, y'all. In the meantime, y'all double tap that screen. Y'all, I need to go fix my lady parts. Parker, you can.
Yeah, you're good. You're good. Yeah, give me a remove gas ability.
Oh, you have mod powers.
Oh, do I have the manage gas one?
Yeah.
Because you have to turn that on. Okay, for sure. Yeah. So are you pro life?
Yes.
Okay. So why so?
Because I think that me and Baby Bob would have beautiful children.
Okay. This is why I have to have. Chat. I don't know if I can actually take them down. I don't have the thing. Wait, no, I do have it. I do have it. Modify. Wait, hold up. Fuck, I have to figure this out, everyone. It's just so weird, bro. Appreciate the cap.
he just he just got rid of himself. Yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't add myself up, bro. Yo, thank you to whoever added me up. I am. Come, okay, chat. Someone needs to like just put it together, everyone. Put it together, chat. Keep it together, everyone. Keep it together. Keep it together, chat. Dude. Oh my gosh. Yo, what's up? How old are you? Oh, okay. By the way, everyone, follow me if you haven't already. I haven't been able to send out, but I'll be right back. Yeah. Hello?
Hello.
How old are you?
33.
You seem old enough. Do you think abortion should be banned?
I'm mixed. Like, yes and no.
What do you mean?
Okay, so
Melissa, thank you for the $2 on Cash App.
I'm more for abortion being banned.
Okay. So, do you think elective abortions should be illegal?
So if it's grape, then I think abortion should be legal. Yes.
Okay, so, but in every other circumstance, elective ones, you think it should be illegal, right?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm gonna ask you this: why?
Because you're killing a fetus. And I don't agree with that.
Okay. And why is that?
They're humans. They have heartbeats.
Okay, so prior to the heartbeat, you don't think it's wrong?
No.
Okay. If someone's heartbeat stops and then it starts again, right? Did they die and resurrect from the dead?
They can, yes.
So they've resurrected. Are you Christian?
I am.
So Jesus isn't the only one who resurrected?
No.
Dude, so what's the significance of Jesus resurrecting from the dead?
We can just do it like that, period.
I honestly...
The indomitable will of the human spirit.
I honestly
Jesus?
think... This is what I think. I think that life is life.
Hey, Parker,
you should not kill babies, period.
1 second, Gene. What happened?
Nothing.
What happened, Parker?
I accidentally kicked myself from the stream, and I
How
couldn't
the
add,
fuck
and I couldn't
did you
add
do
myself
that?
up instead of kicking the guest. And then
Yeah,
a
one of my
mod had
mods
to
had to
add
bring
me.
you up?
Yeah, a mod had to add me up.
I thought he flashed some poppycock on here. Anyway, go ahead, Gene.
No, what?
Is it Gene or Gene? What?
Genie?
Genie, sorry. Yeah, continue what you were saying.
Okay, so I don't think that
Check your Discord report.
we should kill babies at all. I cannot have kids, period.
I wish he did. Y'all are wild. Anyway, so sorry. Yeah, what is a baby?
What are you talking about? It's a fetus. It's a little human.
Okay.
It's a human being, and you want to kill them.
Is
You want
is it
to
wrong
murder them.
Damn, that's crazy. Big words. So, is it wrong to unplug a brain dead patient?
Do what?
Is it wrong to unplug a brain dead patient?
Fuck yeah, it is. Yeah, it is.
Wow.
Okay. So you think it's wrong? Okay, so you think that a family should be obligated to keep a brain dead patient on like machines to keep them alive?
Wow. Y'all are something else.
What?
Yeah. What? What? Do you?
I mean, I'm just asking you a question. Like, do you actually believe that? Because, like, I'm gonna ask you because, like, that costs thousands of dollars every day, and someone who's brain dead's not
I
coming
get
back.
it, and abortions cost thousands of dollars too.
Yeah.
What? I don't see what the point is of that point.
Maybe y'all should have been aborted. How about that?
Please tell me someone recorded that. I need that recording. I need that recording.
Wait, that's not even where we were going, too.
I need that recording. Someone please send that to me, please.
I brought you up just for the bird. How old are you?
Oh my god, so pro-life. I think you
So
guys should have
pro-life.
been aborted.
You should have died. I think it's murder. Your mother should have murdered. All right, bro. Guess
It's
how old are
wrong,
you?
but it should have happened to you.
Can you disagree with me? What happened?
I'm 40.
Cool. So, what's the name of the birdie?
That's Cecil.
Okay, so I made a bird noise. I'm sorry. So are you pro-life?
Nah, I'm pro-choice.
See, this is what I'm saying. You know what I mean? Hey, W tropical birds. We love them.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, bird lovers.
I love birds, except for their feet scare me. They like freak me out.
That's
Or not
that's
like
my
scare
favorite
me,
part of their body.
but they like freak me out. Like the claws. Like I don't like how they look.
Then I'm gonna bring Zephyr to LA. You're gonna love him. Watch.
Oh god, I'm gonna literally die.
His little feet are gonna wrap around your little skinny, little spindly fingers.
That's the just like ugh. I get the ugh.
Hello, y'all. Hello.
Oh, hey. Are you pro-life?
I was gonna say you guys are having. I'm trying to first. I mean, I've been in here for a little while, but I'm trying to, I guess, understand. I'm 34, by the way. I've also been through this particular experience, and it was.
Are you pro-life?
I don't. When you're saying, I guess.
Do you think abortion is wrong?
I guess honestly.
Okay. Well.
No, it's not. It's not. It's not to me.
Okay, Monica, baby, I appreciate you. If you don't think it's wrong, we're gonna end on top. We're gonna end on top. Okay, I love you though, but like, please. We're just looking for people who are pro-life. Also, people who understand their own stance. Hi, how old are you?
Hello, I'm 39.
Cool. So, are you pro-life?
Yes.
Why?
Well, I guess I should preface this by saying everything I believe comes directly from the Bible, and according to that doctrine, abobos are wrong.
Okay. How do you know the Bible's accurate in describing what's right and wrong?
It's the moral code that I live by. It's accurate.
How do you know
through
it's the right moral
prophecies.
code?
Okay, I live by the moral code of the Bible, and the moral code of the Bible says abortion before 18 weeks is completely a W.
Oh, what scripture is that?
It's in Thessalonians 3:2.
And what book is that, sir?
In the Bible.
Bible.
Thessalonians 3:2. Can
Yeah.
you give me that scripture? Break that down.
Yeah. Thessalonians 3:2 says abortion prior to sentience is morally permissible.
It's super cool, dude.
Well, that wouldn't make sense. What context is that scripture talking about? Is that towards the Israelites? Is it towards the Hebrews, Gentiles? Who is that talking to?
It's just targeted towards everyone.
Doubtful.
Pisus doesn't change his beliefs because he's morally perfect.
Well, the point about the Bible is it's not really talking to everyone. It's talking to certain people at certain times under certain curses. So I would just say you don't understand the scripture.
I'm not talking about the Bible.
What are you talking about? You're talking
Bible.
about.
You said the Bible, dude. Oh, there's a Smoothie King.
Oh, you're being funny, but yeah, according to
I'm not being
doctrine-
funny. I believe in Christianity. Have you ever read Matthew, Park, Puke, and Pawn? The Possible?
The Denums got him.
Right.
You speaking in pig Latin right now? I'm confused.
No. I'm just telling you the books of my faith.
Okay.
You gotta be paved.
Well, yeah, I'm talking about like the Holy Bible, the Abrahamic religion, the one I'm referring to, and in that, that's abobos are not good.
Okay. Yeah. So, like, why is your scripture better than mine?
Well, because mine has actual proof and it has validity to it.
Mine
It sounds like
has
yours.
proof that we can actually relate to in the modern era. There are people in this chat that have seen Jesus resurrect from the dead.
If you've seen Jesus resurrect from the dead, matter of fact, let me go ahead and put a poll in that bid. Quick poll. Wait, hold up, bro. Where the fuck is my quick poll? Why did it change everything? Yo, put a 1 in the chat if you've seen it. Put a 2
if you've seen Jesus resurrect everyone, and you've seen Jesus in your dreams, put a 1 in the chat, everyone.
Okay. I mean, you all are allowed to have your own, whatever you may believe in. You're probably going to
That
run
was
in
an
late
accident.
for it,
I
but,
get you.
it's, it's all good. You can,
you hear that?
you can have
Yeah, I
false
heard
gods
that.
and all
Oh,
that.
that was cool. I didn't know that was there.
Yeah, it's been there for a bit. But like no one uses it. So what were you saying?
Look at these 1,000 people that have seen.
Yeah, 1,000 people in the chat here today have seen Jesus resurrect from the dead. I think that's a better lineage or a better story than would be listed in the context of the Bible, right? So if anything, I actually have better reason to believe that the Bible is more reliable than the Bible, right?
Oh, how so? How so?
Because
This
there's
is very
1,500
interesting. How
people
so?
in this chat right now that have seen Jesus resurrect from the dead.
Yo, Patch, yo,
But
BJ, your kid is wreaking
Yeah.
fucking havoc in the background, bro.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, he's playing with something over there. You're right. I can now go to another room.
He at that age, bro.
He's 4. He's exploring. I got him a little bluey toy.
You're at that
He's doing his
screaming
thing.
age.
Yeah. But no, so there's always going to be false prophets, false gods, and all that. But
and Jesus is a false god. Jesus is the truth.
That's impossible.
How is that impossible?
Because the prophecy, there's actual prophecy that proves what happens in the Bible is going to happen, and it has happened.
Wait,
there are
there's
pieces.
prophecy in the Bible.
Name one, please.
Yeah. One prophecy in the Bible that was listed in the Bible was that Joe Biden was going to be president in 2020. That's a prophecy in the Bible, and that was written well before 2020. It's also listed in the Bible, the Bible, that a woman will be president in the future in the United States. And that's going to happen, right? It's going to happen. So watch out.
Well, that's
Prophecies
not
are being
exactly
proven
what-
in reality today. There's also stuff in the Bible that says wars will happen, right? Storms will happen, and rain will happen, right? All
But
prophecies
you
proven
understand that's not
true.
what
All
prophecy
prophecies
is.
proven
Yeah.
true that prove the validity of the Bible.
Well, that's not prophecy. Those are hypotheticals. Those are
No.
hypotheses.
These are
Those
prophecy, right? Storms happen, rain happens. What?
But that's not. But you understand, by definition, that's not what a prophecy is.
Wait, how
You're
is it
just
not a
making an
prophecy?
educated guess.
How is it? Wait. Oh, so how do you know it's just an educated guess? Because it just happened after, right? And I mean, if you say it's an educated
Well,
guess,
yeah.
couldn't you say the same thing about like a lot of the claimed prophecies in the Bible?
The Bible
Absolutely
says
not.
the Bible
No,
the Bible quite literally says the same thing in the context of wars. Wars have always happened in every point in history.
No.
Or like
Absolutely
rivers are going to
not.
dry up, or rivers are going to pop up out of
Dean!
nowhere.
Absolutely not. That's not how prophecy work in the Bible. No, they give specific claims
Yes,
to
it is.
specific time frames where specific things are going to happen. It's not just random. It's going to rain one day on Earth. That's not how.
Rip Dean,
the Bible
everyone. Let me
works
ask
with prophecy.
Dean what happened to him. I'll ask Dean. Rip Dean in the chat here. Tashika, you can keep talking to him. I'm gonna.
Yeah, so almost 3,000 people have seen Jesus rise from the dead. Anyway, probably in the chat.
But that still doesn't go against the claim of what. And I'm not trying to take this into a Bible conversation. I'm just saying, according to my doctrine, what I believe, it's always going to be bad. The Obobos. There's no.
We're
sensible
asking why
reason
you
for it.
believe it's bad. Half the viewers so far in this chat have seen Jesus rise from the dead. I don't understand why you don't believe this.
It's self-evidently
Because-
true in the chat. About
Well, no.
3,000 people.
So according to my Bible,
Most of the
it says
people in
that
this life.
you people are going to happen. There's going to be false prophets, false gods, and all that. So I'm conceding to the fact that
Yeah,
you
but our
think you
Bible
may
also
have
says the
seen
same
this,
thing
but
about you, though. So how do we know which one is true?
You know which one is true because of. So do you believe in history? Is that a thing here? Like you believe in things that happen.
Believe in history? I don't believe in
No,
history.
I'm just okay. So you believe that history happened. So in our Bible, it actually
Dean got a
happens,
week ban, everyone.
and it actually happened. Something you're saying is just an agreement between 1,500 people.
Y'all take this on while I fix the background real quick.
For sure. Dean, you want to do it?
Yeah, sure. So we're debating abortion. So I just hopped in
Yeah.
here. If you want to like follow from his last statement, feel free, Parker. I just wasn't here to hear it. So why exactly do you think abortion is wrong?
According to my doctrine and what I believe, it speaks against it 1,000%.
Yeah, so I'm asking you, what is your specific doctrine? Why is it wrong to terminate the life of a fetus, sir?
It's wrong to terminate because that's considered unjust murder.
I know why. So why is it unjust?
So now you're asking why is unaliving unjust? So unaliving is unjust because we all have a certain degree we have to follow within the faith.
Okay,
and there's
so-
certain laws, statutes,
Oh,
and
are you a
commandments
Christian?
that we have to. No, I'm not.
What's your religion?
I don't have a religion. Religion is not in the Bible.
He holds to the Bible. He's Christian.
You were talking about decrees and commandments, so I thought that you were like following some type of book. So if you just think that unaliving is wrong, do you eat meat?
Yeah.
Oh wait, but I thought unaliving was wrong. What about the cows, chickens, and pigs, sir?
Well, the cows, chicken, and pigs, they are here for our dominion.
How
We
would
have
you know that if
dominion
you weren't
over those.
religious?
Well, so you're talking about religion. You're talking about me following, like, I'm assuming you mean Baptist, Protestant, Catholic. Am I
No, I'm
correct?
saying following the Bible's divine commandment of a God.
Yeah, well, I do that 1,000%. So if
Do
that's your
that.
definition of
Oh,
religion,
so
then
you
yeah,
follow the
I'm
Bible
religious.
1,000%. Do you think slavery's always
Yeah.
been wrong?
No. For those who went under slavery, they were under slavery because they were under a curse. They were being punished for
Damn,
breaking
fuck
the law,
black people,
statutes,
then,
and
huh?
commandments.
That's what I'm saying, huh?
Oh, okay. So you think that slavery is good because it was punishment, just
It
punishment.
was punishment for breaking law, statutes, and commandments. Yes.
So let me get this wrong.
Everyone who's enslaved was rightfully enslaved.
so black
rightfully
people-
owned.
No, the Bible isn't.
So black
the
people are
Bible isn't
cursed.
for everyone. No, black people aren't cursed. When you say black people, you're talking about skin. So the Bible doesn't talk about skin. It talks about nationhood.
Bro, this is such cap. So first of all, I just think it is fucking ironic that you think women getting health care is detestable, like an abomination and a sin, but then owning
Never
other
said that.
human beings as property for the rest of your life and beating them at your will is perfectly fine. That's fucking crazy, dude. Then also this narrative that you're spinning on slavery in the Bible of them only enslaving those who deserved it, saying they had a curse, saying it was justified, is literally
Yeah.
like white nationalistic rhetoric in the context of the US. During the times of
Well-
slavery in the US, white people would fucking demonize black people. They would say they are these bad people. This is where like these racial stereotypes, such as the idea that they have thicker skin, they're more aggressive, like they commit more crimes because of the color of their skin, etc., come from. It's because of the demonization of black people by white people, and that's exactly what you're doing. The demonization of non-Israelites by Christians to justify Leviticus 25 when God tells the Israelites that they could own people's property. Not to mention that not one fucking verse of the Bible backs the claim that they were cursed or evil or did bad things. Like, if it is
It's
there,
like
literally give it to me.
literally like 100 verses in the Bible. Now I can give it to you. You won't believe it, and you're gonna go somewhere else.
Corey, thank you so much for the galaxy, my love.
It doesn't exist. I've read the Bible. Give me the verse, right, of the Bible where it tells us that slavery
Thank you for
is
the galaxy. I
detailed.
appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you so much for the galaxy. I appreciate you, Corey. W. Corey in the chat. Where like slavery as it's detailed in Leviticus 25 was specifically only for those that were evil or cursed. It does not exist.
If you read Leviticus, so you're talking about the Torah. So if you read the Torah, then you would understand why they were put in slavery anyway. That was covered in Genesis with Abraham. So you may have read, like you picked it up and you read it, but you have no wisdom in
Give
understanding
me the
of
verse.
the Bible.
Give me the no. We have an objective measure of your worldview. It's called the Bible.
Yeah.
I want you to literally name the verse in Leviticus where it tells us the only people, humans, that the Israelites could own as property were like bad, cursed, evil people. Give me the
No,
verse.
so in Leviticus, let me break down Leviticus for you. You obviously don't know. So Leviticus is after Exodus.
Dude, cut the
right?
condescending shit, dude. It doesn't
Well,
exist.
this is not being condescending. I'm being actual with you. You don't understand what Leviticus is about, so I'm going to break it down. And host, excuse me for this, but Leviticus is after Exodus. Exodus is after they left Egypt. When they had.
Did you remove him or did he get?
No, I got a flag.
Oh, he got banned.
But anyway, y'all, let's go on to the next person. I don't know why. Maybe it's a slavery thing. I don't know.
Dean, it's Dean.
Oh,
I'm just kidding.
I'm cursed, dude.
no.
Hello,
Yeah,
how you
Dean,
doing?
maybe you're what the Bible's talking about, bro.
Oh dear, he's the anti-piist. Anyway. Hi. Are you?
Hi.
Can you move somewhere quieter, please?
Fetus.
Yes. Yes, I was
Not a
listening to
fetus.
the guy. I'm sorry, I was listening to the guy. You did well, you block him because that guy was very strange. I'm sorry, but I have to say it.
Are you pro-life?
No, he was very strange. Even though I have an accent, the guy is very strange.
No, it's
very
fine.
strange.
That's not what I'm laughing at. I just think it's funny. But yeah, he was strange
Wow.
indeed. I appreciate you though. Thank you so much, my love. Hopefully we don't get taken down. Airman.
Not again, bro. Oh my god. This
When
guy
I tell you
is-
he won't leave me alone, he won't.
he's
leave
not
me
even
alone.
there, to be honest.
Yeah, he's not. Thank God, because I was about to block his ass right when he got up here. Let's go on to the next person. He won't leave me alone. Like I don't. He's sick. Hi, how old are you?
So, well, I'm 32, me. How old are
Okay,
you?
so are you pro-life? I'm 22. Are you pro-life?
I'm pro-life, and you know what? Do I think it's come down to history right now? So we're in the scriptures. We might be reading the scriptures of history. You understand or you understand?
Dude, when you say history, like, are you like purposefully emphasizing that word to be like his
No.
story?
I wanna.
Is this like some realized?
Oh, Dean. So, do you believe in the Torah? So I feel like
What?
you do it.
Do you think he's Jewish?
No,
That gotta be like anti-Semitic.
Because it
Yeah,
says
dude. Like, I don't know why people always ask that.
Wait. Can I
People
just
always
speak
ask
a minute?
Like, we literally run lives where we're against Christianity. I appreciate the handouts.
You know when I say his story, do you understand that? His story.
Okay, can you give us like
He's
an
doing
argument?
it.
Like, what are you saying, bro?
He's doing the thing. He's doing the realize. History. His story.
Yeah,
bro.
Dean
Be
understands
quiet.
it.
Be quiet.
Dean, wait. I feel like Dean. I don't know, man. I don't want to say it, but at the same time, do you understand or understand?
This guy's speaking in fucking parables, bro.
Dude, you know, he's speaking in tongues. He's speaking in tongues,
You
bro.
gotta go. You have got to go.
He said the word of the Holy Spirit.
Jesus.
Hello.
All right, hi. Are you pro-life?
I am pro-life, but to a certain extent, I believe that if it jeopardizes the woman's health or the child's health, like if the child ain't gonna make it anyway, then I agree. Then it could be done. But
Yeah, we're talking about elective abortions.
right. But see, if it's just because the girl's not ready to be a mama yet, I mean that happened to a lot of us women that weren't even allowed to get abortions back in our day. You know what I'm saying? If we lay down and opened our legs and got pregnant, then we should be responsible enough to raise that child.
Wake me up.
But if the child was going to jeopardize the mother's life or the child's life, then I could see where it could be an issue.
Yeah, because my great grandparents went over 3 mile high hills, right, in negative 40-degree weather to get to work. Does that mean that I should have to as well?
No.
Okay,
It's just giving jealous. Technology's wonderful. Technology
So- so we
I
still
think
should
it
make this-
absolutely is.
What's up?
Huh?
What'd you say?
Oh, technology's good. I mean, we don't have to hike anymore that long in the cold to get to
Yeah,
work.
exactly. So like we should make things better off. We shouldn't keep them just bad because other people went through them, right?
Real.
Right, but I mean, don't you think it's bad to take the life of another human being?
No.
Not prior to
No.
sentience. And they're not a human being prior to sentience. They're
They
part of the human
they
species.
absolutely are. They were made by two human beings.
No, but they're not like a person, right? because they don't have sentience. It's
They don't
literally
have
like
what?
I don't see I honestly really don't see, other than like just DNA is configured differently between the context of a zygote and between a sperm, right? Like there's really only just a difference in like potentiality there, which is not a characteristic in which it possesses currently.
So you think it's okay to unalive a fetus?
Prior to sentience, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, dude. It is absolutely okay to do that.
I think it's actually wrong for you to
Do
force
any of you have children? Do
I think
any
it's
of you
wrong.
children?
I think it's wrong for you to force a person who's sentient against their will to do something for something that is not sentient. I think that is wrong.
I don't know. I mean, I love every one of my children. I did
Yeah,
not-
'cause your
I
children are
I couldn't even
sentient here in
I
life.
couldn't even think about it. I couldn't even think about unaliving even.
I don't. We don't.
Even though my mother encouraged
You know what's really?
it.
Hey, my love. None of us give a single lick, squiddly dink of a fuck.
Do y'all have children?
Ruby Red, no.
I have
Here,
10. I have 10.
Yes, Ted. I want to make
Yeah,
a point real quick. So, like a very like
What do you
common.
mean? Why don't you believe? People never believe me when I say I have 10. I have obvious like what?
Are you just going out there spreading it around everywhere or what?
Hell yes.
A very common like pro-life talking point is one that you just shared with us. The idea that you have kids and you couldn't imagine of aborting them, and this is supposed to draw on people's emotions and make abortion seem wrong. But I don't think this is gonna do much for you. I mean, like, I also bet you couldn't imagine, like, so let's say the night that you conceive your children, instead of engaging in intercourse with that man without a condom on, I bet you couldn't imagine engaging with him on a condom on. I bet you couldn't imagine him pulling out. You know what I mean? Because if all those things were true, then you wouldn't have conceived your children, so you wouldn't be at where you're at today. But then at the
With my
same time, I
daughter-
doubt
with my
that you'd
daughter, I
say
had
it's
no
wrong to
choice.
use a condom, or it'd be
With
wrong
my
for them to
daughter,
pull
I
out, you
didn't
know?
have a choice.
Oh my god.
With my daughter, I did not have a choice. Okay? I didn't have a choice with
So
my
you were a
daughter.
victim of grape, and you're making the claim that victims of grape shouldn't be able to get elective abortions?
I wouldn't say that they don't have that right. That everybody has that right, but I mean, it's like, why would you?
Okay, should
if
a
the child's
9-year-old
healthy
should
and
a
you're
9-year-old
healthy woman?
should a 9-year-old
Huh?
be able to get an abortion if they become pregnant?
Absolutely, that's what I'm saying. It would be a risk to the mother's
There's that
life.
message. Thank you so much. Oh no, in the
Yes,
case
it
in
would
which
be a
it's not a
risk to the
risk.
mother's life.
Say no, a 5-year-old has given birth without it leading to them dying. Should they have to should they have been forced? to give birth?
Arguably.
That child would not be ready yet. She is a baby. That's what I'm saying,
Well,
though.
we-
But
then
for
we-
an 18
Wait a minute. No. Stop
Right.
talking. You talking about what do you mean by readiness? Because you just said
She's not ready. That baby's not ready.
We agree. Like minors can't consent, right? But
yeah, but one of the arguments that she gave was that it's not a good excuse to say that you're not ready to have a child. So now, why is it relevant whether or not this child is ready?
Because that baby wouldn't make it. That baby wouldn't. It would
They
be
have and can.
a 5-year-old.
Yeah,
And a 9-year-old.
The youngest
I've
person
never heard of it.
The youngest person to ever give birth was 5 years old.
Oh my God! How? I don't know how. But anyway, I'm just saying if it is going to harm the mother's life or that child's life,
But
then I
it
can
didn't.
see
But it
happening.
didn't though. Fucking engage with the argument.
Okay, I would say the 5-year-old would not be able to.
The 5-year-old was.
Be able to take care of a child. Be able to take care of that child.
She did though.
But she wouldn't be able to take care of that child
She
without her
did. She
parents'
lived
help.
until she was 40. Well, that would be the case for anyone of any age.
Yeah, you want to talk about how
I didn't
parents
have
are not
help with
able
my
to
children.
take care of their children, and this is a good reason for abortion. Well, I don't see why you would just say this in the scenario. You should say this overall. In areas where we see restricted or no access to abortion, we see lower levels of income, lower levels of education, higher rates of poverty, and lower qualities of life all around. It's like the whole reason that women want to get abortions is because they don't want to deal with a pregnancy, they don't want to raise a kid, and then on top of that, because they probably shouldn't be raising a kid at that point in time. I mean, if you legitimately care about life, if you care about children, you would be pro-choice because this raises overall income levels, reduces poverty levels, and gives better outcomes for the children.
I don't know. I mean, I don't want to go into no religious stuff, but I mean, because we've already been through the religious thing. But I don't think God would like that too much. I mean, that's all I'm gonna say. That's a human life to me. It's a human life.
Right. So go ahead. So go ahead and say that you would make a 9-year-old give birth.
No, I wouldn't, because that.
So why doesn't the baby
unalive trying to give birth to that child?
Why doesn't the life of the baby that the 9-year-old is pregnant with matter all of a sudden?
Because it's probably going to unalive the mother.
So
a girl that young with a body structure that small, it's going to unalive her.
But if it doesn't though, are you going to make them have the child?
But that's a chance you can't take, because there's
honey,
honey,
it's already baked into the hypothetical that the child will not die.
Okay, if the child doesn't die, then you would question, how does that child get pregnant anyway?
Stop running from it. Stop running from it.
I'm not running from it.
Yes, you are. Stop talking. So in the context, we know how a child to get pregnant. It's a sad thing. We know exactly how. Anyway, so
Then
like
it's up to
again,
the
stop
parents to
talking.
take care of
Stop talking. So like I said before, you're gonna have to say that in the context of which a child is fully going to be able to survive giving birth, you would want a 9-year-old to give birth to a child, to a baby.
No, because she can't even financially take care of that child yet.
Okay. Oh.
Okay. What about
really?
Should a 16-year-old?
Should a 16-year-old? No, because she can't take care of that child financially either.
Okay.
Oh,
18-year-old.
really?
Can an 18-year-old financially take care of them?
Absolutely, I did.
Wait.
4
Okay.
of them.
So.
Oh my God.
Okay. So a 16-year-old can't, but an 18-year-old can. Okay. So I'm going to ask you specifically as it relates to this. What's the relevant difference between a 16-year-old and an 18-year-old that would mean that you
An
think that
18-year-old
one
can
can
work.
and the other one can't?
An
Can't 16-year-olds can work?
Yeah, you can work and still not be able to support a child.
Yeah, Ruby Red, bigger picture here. What about like a 45-year-old woman who's well off in life, has a good career, has a good house, and would have, right, the necessary means to raise a kid? If she gets raped, should she be able to get an abortion?
Yeah. Yes, if it was through rape, yes.
Okay, so I mean, honestly, you don't even seem that pro-life. You're saying financial means, right, would justify an abortion.
Whether or not they're
Getting
ready.
raped would justify an abortion.
Okay,
At this point, it seems like the only abortions that you are not allowing, right, are the ones that you think the mother's doing something irresponsible, right? And what this shows me is you don't really care about the life of the fetus all too much, because if the parents don't have that much money, it could go bye-bye. Right? But what I'm getting at here is it more so seems like you want to perpetuate your beliefs in the context of sex, intimacy, and relationships onto everyone and punish the women that you think are acting irresponsible by voting for pro-life legislation. You're not doing this because you actually care about life. You're doing this because you want to control life.
Oh, W. Then your opinion is your own.
I do not vote. I'm gonna tell you why I don't vote, because
W. Hey, I'm not worried about it. I'm not worried about it. W.
Well, I think you should vote for Biden. Then. appreciate the handout. Thank you so much.
If I had to vote between the lesser of the two evils, I would definitely vote for Biden.
Okay, well then you should vote. You should absolutely vote. Period.
Please vote. Please fucking
Thank
vote.
you for the hearts.
Please vote. Abortion
I
rights
appreciate
matter.
you guys for the gifts.
Please vote.
I would definitely vote for Biden, but that's only because Trump's the Antichrist.
Okay.
Okay, you know what? I'll take it.
You know what? We got there in the end.
If you're gonna believe someone's the Antichrist, might as well be Donald J. Trump.
Also, what happened?
No, Trump is actually the second coming of Christ.
Stop it.
Stop,
anyway.
bro.
So,
Please, Dean.
anyway,
You're done. Dean's done.
He's gonna get me banned, bro. Oh my god.
Someone just cancel Dean, please.
Dude, if my life went down right there, it would poetic. But yeah, y'all, I've already gotten paid enough today. I've made.
Dude.
So just give it all to
That's
Dean
so
and Parker.
wild.
You know what I mean? It's been a crazy, wild day.
Made $25, dude. I'm gonna take that $25 and get a damn nice dinner.
I've made enough today, y'all. Just show Dean and Parker some love. It's your second chance. He's not.
Airman again, dude. Oh my.
I just want to give him a chance. I think he's trying to fuck. I think at this point he's trying to get up in the draws. It's the 5th of the month, Airman. You're gonna have to wait at least 5 days. Hi, how old are you?
I'm 20.
Unless you're good, you know. But I know how y'all think I'm cursed. So wait, I'm sorry, Taylor. How old are you?
I'm 20 and my friend here is 19. I've actually debated
Cool.
Dina before with my husband. I don't know if you remember.
Are you Christian?
No, I'm Taylor, and my husband's name was James. We ended up. You told us you wanted to debate us on YouTube before, something like that.
Oh, well, that probably means that you're smarter. I don't know.
Wait,
I'll let him take it.
does your husband have dimples?
No. We didn't like show our faces or anything.
Oh, were you that sassy like lady who
Sounds
like thought she was really smart because she went to a
Appreciate
good
the couch
school?
potato. Thank you so much.
What was that?
Are you that sassy lady that thinks you're smart because you went to a good school?
No.
Whatever. Are you pro-life?
Yes, I am.
Okay. Why?
Because here, I'll let Audrey start.
All right, so let's get back to the basics. I heard someone ask if we're Christian, and I feel like that has nothing to do with this argument. So secularly, right? Conception, sex, consensual sex, especially. The moment that a human zygote is formed, right? So the egg meets the sperm, unique DNA is created, and therefore, from the beginning, it's life. I have a
Okay.
feeling that you have something to say. Yes.
Yeah. Do you think someone who has an IUD is a murderer?
No.
Well, you know that IUDs not only can they prevent fertilization, but they can also prevent implantation, which would be killing a zygote. So, do you think that's murder?
Like, the zygote hasn't been formed yet.
It has. It has. After conception, prior to implantation, it has been formed and it has been conceived. So that would be ending a human life under your worldview, a human being under your worldview, and that would be murder under your worldview.
So then, yeah.
So you do think do you think people with IUDs are murderers? They should go to prison for the rest of their lives?
I don't know too much about IUDs. This is me talking about it.
I told you all the information you need to know.
No, well, I disagree with IUDs in general just because of it's carcinogenic to women and
Appreciate the handout. Thank you so much.
Yeah, this isn't relevant. No one cares.
Most products you use in your life are carcinogenic to some degree.
Okay, well, so here, this is what I'm going to talk about. I believe that life begins at conception because of the potential for
So
sentience.
wait, so we're just not going to engage with what Parker just said?
Well, I just told you I don't agree with IUD, so why would I argue?
Because it's not relevant.
I mean, you could say you don't agree with them because like they're carcinogenic, but we're specifically asking you if you think an individual who would have an IUD should be classified as a murderer and go to jail for like 25 to life.
Abortion, I think abortion is the intentional act to end a human life.
Yeah, and when they have an IUD, they're intentionally ending human lives because they know that this is a function of it.
Yeah, they know that, they get it, and then they engage in sex.
Well, okay. An abortion is either taking a pill or paying someone.
Well, you said life at conception, right? That wasn't me. That's you. This is after the life at conception. So under your view, it should be murder.
So under my view, so to have the view that life begins at conception is a little bit risky because it's kind of
No.
Well, that
I
is
believe
true,
life
though,
begins
first
at
of all.
conception, right?
That is true.
We're just saying that you value the life at conception.
that a zygote that is formed in implantation contains the 7 characteristics of living things, which is cellular composition, metabolism, growth, excretion, responsiveness, movement, and reproduction. It has all of those abilities, therefore it is characterized a living thing in the sense of biology, is what I'm saying. So I'm saying it is a riskier take to say that it begins at conception.
Yeah, I
And
heard that echo.
due to the fact that I'm religious.
Yeah, there's a bit of an issue on that. No, but look, we're not disputing life at conception. That's not at all what I said. Okay, I don't dispute that. I agree life begins at conception. What I'm saying is that I don't believe that cellular life to be valuable. I don't believe it to be murder to use an IUD, right? Even though it's going to end some human lives after conception, because I care about human sentient life.
What do you makes life valuable?
What do I think? Sentience.
Sentience. So you don't believe that potential for sentience is valuable?
I'm not alone.
Pardon?
Not alone.
Like, not sentient.
No, I care about past or present and future subjective experience. So once there's a past or present established, I would care about the future.
So you don't believe that potential for sentience doesn't come from human DNA, or the fact that a zygote is
Oh,
going to...
potential for it can, but potential for human sentience can also come from me and my girlfriend like engaging. Does that mean I shouldn't be able to pull out?
No, that's not true because
POP?
technically it's been formed. Or
What'd you say?
no, because if a zygote's not formed, there's not that potential. Because there's also the potential that all
Wait, there is potential because we're currently engaging.
There's not true potential though. There's a difference when there's
There,
an
what do you mean
I don't-
true potential?
Yeah, I don't think there's a distinction. Like, let's just imagine it this way. Let's imagine, like, I'm an artist and I have a piece of paper in my left hand and a pencil in my right hand, right? And I am about to sit down and draw a person, right? At that moment, there's a potential, like, drawn person on my desk in front of me. I just have to actually put the pencil on the paper, right? Similarly, as soon as Parker would start engaging in intercourse with his girlfriend, the potentiality for future sentience has been created. It just hasn't been actualized.
I'm saying that there's a difference in potential by saying, because you could say a sperm and an egg have potential, but they don't truly until they're a zygote. Because, as we know, when a female menstruates, she releases an egg. We know that egg, unless it's fertilized, will not become life. Same thing with if sperm cells are expelled.
That's why the sperm and the egg aren't valuable. Can I ask you a question?
Yeah, go ahead.
So yeah, let's imagine this. I understand. You're saying that the sperm and the egg have to meet to create that potential. On their own, they wouldn't be able to reach those maximums, let alone, so they have to meet, and that's when they become valuable. So let's imagine this. On the table in front of me, there's a brain-dead infant baby. And in my right hand, I have a serum. And if I inject the brain-dead infant baby with a serum, it will spontaneously make it sentient again. Think of the brain-dead baby and the serum like the sperm and the egg. They have to meet before there's those potential states of sentience, right? Would you say it's okay to like chop up the brain-dead baby into bits and pieces since it's not valuable as it doesn't have potential sentience, very similar to the sperm cell?
Wait, hold on. James, did you hear that? Here, can you re-explain that real quick? My husband will know more about this sort of thing. He's more of a philosophy type, and he's a chemical and molecular chemist. So here, you can ask him.
What was the question?
Here.
Okay, so you were the one flaunting the credentials. I'll just go ahead and repeat myself. So you're saying
No,
sperm on their own, and so go ahead and interrupt.
You don't need credentials to know something. The idea itself is what gives me authority.
So the statement was made that a sperm on its own or an egg on its own aren't valuable because on their own they don't have potential sentience. They have to conjoin together to make that true sentience. The way I think about this is, well, if we just left this sperm on its own in its natural environment, it will never be sentient in the same way if we left the egg, etc. But here's the analogy. Let's just imagine on the table in front of me we have a brain-dead baby, right? And in my right hand I have a serum. If I inject the serum in the brain-dead baby, it will spontaneously become sentient again. Think of the brain-dead baby and the serum very similar to the sperm and the egg. If you left the brain-dead baby on its own, it won't have potential sentience in the future, just like if you left the sperm on its own. Would you say it's okay to like chop up that brain-dead baby into bits and pieces before you inject it with that serum, or maybe grape it since it doesn't have any moral value as it doesn't have potential sentience?
It's about purpose. Purpose as in the sense of virtue. The virtue of something is the power that it has the ability to do. So the virtue of a sperm and an egg is to be conjoined and to have the full potential of life. It's the step before. The action of the potential is what brings it towards its full purpose, right? Does that make sense? So that brain-dead baby has already achieved its
And
purpose.
sex has the potential for creating babies, right?
Okay,
so it has the potential for sentient life. So the analogy that I brought up that said me currently engaging in sex with my girlfriend, would it be wrong for me to pull out, would also apply in that scenario.
Actually, it would, yeah, because you are nullifying what its true purpose is. You are being negligent.
So it's wrong for me to pull out?
Yeah, it is actually.
Morally.
Okay, so
That's the stance.
I have a question. It would be wrong for me to revoke consent to sex. Taylor, listen. You're saying it's wrong for me to revoke consent to sex there.
That's not what we were talking about.
That's what it is. Yeah.
That's exactly what you just said.
Yeah, that's exactly what you're talking about. A man and a woman are engaging in sex midway through. The woman does not want to engage in sex with a man. Are you saying it would be wrong for the woman to revoke consent from the man, and she should just let him finish?
An egg is different from a freaking zygote, and you know that.
I've done that before, and it's just like not fun. It's not fun.
Yeah, this is very real. This fucking happens. So you would say that she should just quote unquote let him finish, correct?
Well,
not at all.
Hold on.
Then you
that actually is the logical conclusion of it. If you think about it for a second.
We're arguing this secularly, but the moral stance of the Catholic Church is that that technically is a form.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if the fucking Catholic Church is pro-grape, dude. Like, come on, be fucking for real.
That's a completely completely incorrect thing to say, and
Be
honestly,
fucking for real, come on. Y'all,
So
y'all
what do you
have
do-
hella lawsuits.
So just to make sure, just to like clear up our conversations going on here, would you agree or disagree with the idea that the woman shouldn't revoke her consent from intercourse and should
Actually, Dean, I want to ask them before this. Do you think that a woman should have to engage in sex with a guy that she's married to if she doesn't want to?
No.
Wait, doesn't it say in the Bible that she should have to?
No, that's how.
Aren't they one?
Context. I think what you're referencing is that they were talking about how a woman should have sex with her husband so that he doesn't cheat on her. But what that's saying,
Bruh.
What that's saying,
That's much better, huh?
is that you shouldn't use sex as power or control over your spouse. Right? Like you shouldn't restrict sex to get them to do what you want or to hurt them. That's what it's saying.
Okay, so you can restrict sex.
No, you didn't listen to what I said. I said you cannot restrict sex.
So
In
that
any
means you can't
scenario.
say no. That means you can't say no. Got it.
You can say no. Oh, whoa. Let me finish my sentence. You
Is
can't
saying no
restrict
not
sex.
restrictive?
Hey, I'm speaking. You can't restrict sex if you're doing it to hurt somebody. If it is
How is
right,
my
like, if you
consent to hurt another person?
Okay, can we argue this secularly? I don't want to have a Bible debate. I want to have a debate on abortion.
We could go either way. I love talking about the
I
Bible.
would rather do this secularly, just because I don't want.
Well, ultimately,
anyone
that
to-
doesn't matter to you. Like when we disprove your secular reasoning, it's just going to go back to the Bible anyway. So, like,
This is
if you want to
effectively
do
what
this
just
whole
happened.
secular jibber jabber back and forth when you don't even believe
Rigmarole.
it, it's fine.
No.
Yeah, and this is exactly what just happened. We reduce your position down to you necessarily saying that it is wrong for a woman to revoke consent mid-intercourse and should let the man finish. And that's when we brought up the Catholic Bible.
No, I'm saying that's the Catholic stance. Is that, and also it also says in the Bible that a woman their life is more valuable than rubies, and they're the actual prize, not the man. So she can say no at any point, and after she says no, that'd be considered rape if he does not stop. Period.
And how do we know that the Bible's accurate in determining what's morally right and wrong?
Again, I don't want to debate.
Wait, but her saying no isn't that literally restricting?
Yeah, that's her restricting it.
No, what he's saying by restriction is to say I'm not going to have sex with you for a year because I'm mad at you. Because
Yeah, that's still. I don't see why that wouldn't be valid.
Wait, that's
called
completely
consent.
valid.
That's called
Yeah,
consent.
what?
What? Like,
Yo!
what are we missing here?
Let me get this straight.
What are
Let
we
me get this
missing
straight.
here?
Yo,
What
so
are we
if
missing?
I have a girlfriend. If me and my girlfriend are in an argument and she's mad at me, you're telling me, according to your faith, it is justified for
Just
me
gonna set that
to
aside?
put myself on her?
No, maybe it's not the anger, but maybe it's like, oh, I won't have sex with you until you clean the kitchen. Oh,
That's
I'm gonna
called consent,
Dude, that's literally boundaries. That's literally boundaries. That's literally boundaries. If
Ew.
someone isn't showing up in a relationship, right, that is completely legitimate for you to be like, okay, if they're not cleaning at all, right, they're doing no housework, right, to help out, right,
No.
you being like, okay, yeah, I'm not going to show up for this here, right, if that's the case. Completely valid.
This implies an entitlement to your partner's body, and it's weird as fuck. It's weird. But again, it's the Catholic Church. Who would have thought, right? Who would have thought? Who would have thought? Not me.
Again, you're allowed to have your opinion on any
Honey.
I would argue this secularly. And what I said I believe that human life begins as soon as conception because of the potential for sentience.
So women with IUDs are murderers.
Got it. Jail them.
Prison, 25 to life.
Even if a woman receives an
Solitary
abortion,
confinement.
she should go to jail because she doesn't receive informed consent.
What did you say?
I don't believe that a woman who receives an abortion while it's legal should go to jail because she didn't have informed consent. If a woman is pregnant and they go in to get an abortion, they make money off of it. You think they're going to give her an ultrasound? Or
Okay, so someone comes to this country and murders someone, right? They didn't have informed consent that that's illegal. Are you still gonna not put them in prison?
Different because it is inherently true that everybody knows that if you murder someone, it is murder.
No.
And that's exactly what the mother's doing when she's getting an abortion under your worldview. So I wouldn't see the distinction.
She's getting told
You see
that
how
if
the
you
example I
sell
gave
that-
actually got her to say it?
Listen, if a woman is
dude, that
getting
was
an
a good
abortion,
example.
she's told that she is just expelling a clump of cells when that's simply not true. They don't tell her that how the pill works is she's starving her baby until her body expels it. They're not saying that when they internally go
So
into
you're
the
saying
body.
like the woman doesn't value the fetus right? So therefore, she shouldn't go to jail for it. So my question is, if there's like a crazy, deranged, like white nationalist, white supremacist that literally doesn't associate value with black people, right? Would you say that they shouldn't go to jail if they were to unalive a black individual due to the fact that they didn't have quote unquote informed consent? They were valuable people.
She's not saying that the lack of value is what's wrong. She's saying that the lack of information and the misinformation that is being spread around is making it that these women.
We can't hear you at all. I have no clue what's being said. Plus, Dean, that is such a crazy, absurd reductive. that is like.
I mean, we can look at it
that
in multiple
actually
ways.
perfectly applies, but that is a crazy reductio for them to have to accept.
I mean, like the point here is I think that Taylor's getting at the idea that it's become socially acceptable to get abortions. People don't recognize fetuses as real people. I mean, like we could just look back at like a white supremacist, or what I think would be more analogous would be like a Nazi foot soldier during World War II, right? It was socially acceptable to not grant value to Jewish individuals, and they grew up in a culture where that was normalized. Do you think that like the Nuremberg trials were like immoral or wrong to do, since they were condemning and charging these people with crimes that they didn't have informed consent, they were doing something wrong, or they were socialized in thinking that Jewish individuals weren't really people?
It's
in the
really
same way you think women today aren't socialized in thinking like fetuses aren't really people?
Hold on. It's really ironic that you say that, because the first abortion clinic that was formed was a form of eugenics. It was formed for eugenics.
Lie. That's actually
not
wrong.
a lie. That is not a lie.
Yeah, what was
That
her
is-
name? What was her name?
Sanger. Margaret.
Yeah, Margaret.
Sanger.
Hey, abortion became legal after Margaret Sanger died, please.
I don't care. The whole point, it was that they would place Planned Parenthoods, they would place abortion clinics in primarily black neighborhoods with the whole intention of quote unquote eradicating the black race.
This is just more like emotional gibberish. Do you know that tipping came about? One second. I want to make this other thing clear. Do you know that tipping came about in the context of the United States of America? Because when businesses had to start employing black people, they wanted to pay them less, so they came up with this legal structure where like the customers would tip them so they could pay them below minimum wage. It was a racist system, right? If we were to follow your logic, is it immoral for me to tape my waiter or a waitress at a restaurant today? No, because it is no longer devised in such a way that me tipping my waitress is racist, in the same way that abortions today don't exist for the purpose of eugenics.
I completely disagree with that. I think
still look at where they are placed nationally, and
Find the fucking source for that right now.
Okay, Google it.
I did.
Really?
Trust me, bro. Just Google it.
Go find the fucking source, bro.
I'm about to make merch that says "Just Google it, bro."
Trustmebro.org.
That's the new "Trust me, bro." It's just
Is
Google
that an
it,
actual
bro.
thing? Let me look it up.
I instead of "Trust me, bro," I'm gonna make it "Just Google it, bro," because people say that more.
no, but what I'm saying is, so here, if
It's a free website, y'all. Somebody buy it.
since we're gonna
I'm gonna go pee. I'll be back.
Since we're gonna do hypotheticals, I'll ask one. So if you are pregnant, or your wife is pregnant and she's expecting a baby, obviously, and it's a baby that you want to keep, but then you find out that the baby has Down syndrome or something like that, would you abort the baby?
No.
Yeah, why would we?
Why would I abort the baby?
But
this
would you
is
support
weird as
people?
fuck, dude.
No, would you support people to
No, because people with Down syndrome are perfectly viable. What the fuck are you? Are you crazy?
Like we're not gonna agree with the reasoning.
So you shouldn't abort a baby that's perfectly viable then by your.
Oh no, we would say you shouldn't use kids having Down syndrome as a reason to get an abortion. But would they legally be allowed to get an abortion? Yes.
Yeah.
Because it's prior to sentience.
So if you actually Google Sweden Down syndrome, they claim that they've eradicated it, that they found a claim. And if you actually dig a little bit deeper, it's because they have allowed every single pregnant mom who is found.
I'll be right back. I'm going to pick up my food. 1 second.
Enjoy. They have found out that every single pregnant mother who has a baby with Down syndrome inside her womb, she's allowed to just abort them. And now they have almost no babies with Down syndrome are born in the past years.
Okay.
Do you morally agree with that? Yes or no?
Do I like agree with the reasoning? No, right? But would I say that they are legally allowed to do this? Yes.
Yeah, big distinction between intent and action. We can say that the intent for the action was wrong while not upholding that the action in of itself is wrong. And there's like examples for this. We're just gonna imagine like
like someone who intends to murder someone plans it out, right, but doesn't follow through.
Right, or like someone that my favorite example's a white supremacist firefighter, and he just wants to increase the number of white people, and that is his goal. Obviously, this is wrong. But if this white supremacist firefighter goes into a building and saves all the white people just because he wants to increase the amount of white people, we're not going to say the action of him saving people is wrong. So that we can make a very clear distinction between intention for an action and the action in of itself.
You wanted a statistic for Black people disproportionately receiving abortions, Black women. Right here, you could go to Congress.gov, and
Wait. They weren't saying disproportionately receiving. They were asking about
But you have to ask the question: why are they disproportionately receiving that? Because it's placed in minority and impoverished
you guys
communities.
didn't believe us.
So what I'm saying
So
is,
we found the
here's your
source.
source. Here's your source. You could go to Congress.gov, and it's called "The Effects of Abortion on the Black Community." You can look right there. If you want, I could read it to you.
Wait, so you think that abortion is racist because it disproportionately affects Black women, and then your response to this is to enact legislation of banning abortion that will also disproportionately affect Black women. So you're trying to fix racism, what you perceive, with actual racism of disproportionately infringing upon the rights of Black women in the context of the United States of America by not allowing them access to health care. This seems
That is not health.
weird.
Abortion is not healthcare. I will tell you that right now, because
It quite literally actually is.
it quite literally actually isn't, because doctors take a Hippocratic oath that says they do not harm. They are harming that human fetus. If you believe that, it's
Okay,
not-
so they can't give out vaccines, right? Basically, everything they give out has some level of harm, right? It's just that it reduces harm overall. That's how healthcare works. Do you think surgery has no problems?
Are vaccines directly ending a life?
They can in certain scenarios, but it's unlikely. It is less likely than that of a virus. So, no. Again, I just clarified that it is more likely to happen if you do not get a vaccine. But the vaccine can cause negative outcomes. Okay?
But
I'm not
the
never
difference-
disputing that.
You're saying can cause. The complete
Yes.
difference is that abortion will cause harm.
Is
in the
placing a
outcome.
brain dead patient on a ventilator and then taking them off of it healthcare?
It's completely different, because
Can you answer
when
my
you're
question?
letting nature take its course, when
let her
you're letting nature take
Wait,
its
surgery will cause harm to an individual's body. Like they are literally cutting something open.
Yes, with the intention of healing later on.
Okay, so again, right, an abortion is with the intention, right, of terminating the pregnancy, not the intention of killing something.
Wait, do you think that an
Killing something
abortion
is like necessary to get to that point.
Do you think that abortion, if done on a woman who necessarily needs it to save her life, is healthcare?
No, that's actually not a form of abortion. A form of abortion is the intentional killing of the life. If a doctor kills life and the baby ends up being a fake
So first of all, you're medically speaking, you're wrong. Inductions and C-sections are considered abortions. Miscarriages are considered
are
like
not.
some
They
form
are
of like an unintended abortion. But the bigger point that I'm getting at here is like I could even accept your definition and it will still meet the hypothetical, right? We're going to intentionally end the life of the fetus to save the life of the mother. So this meets your criteria for what you believe abortion is. So my question to you is: this specific form of abortion healthcare?
No, I believe that the only
No?
form of abortion, a quote
So
unquote
saving
abortion,
women's lives isn't healthcare? Okay, you're
No,
acting in bad faith right now. You are actually just lying. I don't think you actually feel this
you're
way.
interrupting me, so I cannot talk. If you listen to what I said the only quote unquote bad definition of abortion that I'm saying I disagree with is that you're going in on purpose, terminating a fetus's life. A
Right,
baby.
now listen to me. Are you ready to listen to me?
She's not done.
No, so
Okay, go ahead, finish.
So technically, the term medical abortion, it's a terminology that covers all of those, but the only abortion that it truly covers, like for example, Roe v. Wade, it's talking about intentionally going in and killing a life.
Yeah, okay. So
You're ignorant if you're
Follow-
comparing a C-section with
so
somebody.
follow my words here. Follow my words here. Follow my words here. Right now we are evaluating a woman who will die if she does not have a fetus removed from her womb. So we are
Okay,
going
so-
to go in, listen, we are going to go in there and intentfully end the life of the fetus to save the mother's life. This is a form of an abortion. And I this isn't a big gotcha moment. It really isn't. For this specific form of abortion, would you classify it as healthcare?
Yes.
Yes, you would. The
Because it
reason
was-
I asked this question is because this specific form of abortion you find to be justified. So what I'm showing here is you will only classify abortion to be healthcare if you find that abortion to be justified. This is nothing more than semantics and you trying to label women who are getting these abortions as these crude actors because you disagree with it. But as soon as you agree with it, as in the context it's a life-saving procedure, you label it as healthcare and you're perfectly fine with it. So what I'm saying, drop the fucking semantics. We're not here to play word games. We're here to talk about the morality of these things. In the same way you think it's justified if it's done to save the mother's life and that's healthcare, I think it's justified for any reason or no reason at all, and I think that's healthcare. So our ideologically speaking, right, we're coming from the same place here. So just more specifically, you
I
did
don't-
say that it is wrong because it's terminating a human being's life, correct?
Okay, so the example you were giving, let's give this. My friend's mom was pregnant. She got cancer, had to undergo chemo. Otherwise, obviously, she was going to die. While she was undergoing
Thank you
chemo,
for the GG. I appreciate you for the love.
the baby passed away. She lost the pregnancy. That is not an abortion. That was not an intentional killing of the child. That was going in to save the mother's life. And then
Yeah,
the
that's fine. I don't care. You could hold that definition. I disagree, but I don't care. I don't care about these word games.
Wait, they're Christian, right? I mean, so I could just ask, like, why does God?
anything to do with this.
I want to argue.
Trust me. Wait, hold up. I'm just trying to ask you a question related to abortion. I don't know why you're getting so angry when I just bring it up.
Okay.
Can I ask the question, or are you just going to be a snowflake about me asking it?
Go ahead and ask.
Okay. So why does God create the human body in such a way in which like zygotes get flushed out of the system if zygotes are actually valuable?
Again, I want to argue this secularly. I don't want to talk about God with people that don't believe in it.
So why didn't you tell me that before that? And also, you just like literally can't
She did.
critique your
She
own
did.
worldview.
She did. She did. She did
Did
say
I
that.
say that?
No, I meant before I said that. That's what I meant.
Oh, it
I
was a
said,
while ago.
can I say it? And then she was like, oh, it's okay.
You interrupted me and said,
Ask a question. You didn't say, can I ask a question? And then you started throwing out names.
Hey, I called you a snowflake because you didn't let me ask the question because I said God.
Started it with, oh, so you're a Christian.
No, I was like, you're Christian, right? Because this would technically apply.
Okay, word games. Move on. What's the
I'm
next
just asking you, if God thinks that these are valuable, if you think that they're valuable, why does God make our bodies in such a way in which literally zygotes get flushed out of the system?
again, I want to argue this secularly. Right now, the way I'm
So
arguing.
you won't answer the question?
I just think they're so deeply intertwined. Like, why do humans have this value, Taylor?
They have innate value because
Because of what?
they have a soul.
They're God.
So,
That's
God.
literally that's. So can you answer my question? If God sees them to be valuable, why doesn't he make the body in such a way in which they do not get flushed out of the system?
All right, you want to talk Christianity? Here you go.
Okay.
That's a reduction of the view. I literally just reduced your view to Christianity in 2 questions.
Answering
Can
her
I
question.
please speak? Thank you. You asked, why does God, what's the value? Why does God let these things happen? Okay, great. There's this book by C.S. Lewis called The Problem of Evil, and it dives completely into these things. Basically, the whole point is the fact that we live in a messed up society because of sin, and bad things happen. Why do bad things happen to good people? That's the entirety of the book. If you really want to dive
I'm
that
not
deep-
just asking why evil's in the world. I'm asking if God sees them to be valuable, why does he make our biology work this way?
Because that's the whole point. There's evil in this world. There are a number
Where did
of
this evil come from? Right? Because wait, so are you saying like Satan made our biology work this way, or humans made our biology work this way?
It's after the fall of man.
Yeah. If you're gonna
So
go,
it's a consequence that God put into our bodies because of sin. Okay, well then it's justified for these kids to die.
no, that's not what we're saying. We're saying it was our choice to sin, and we have to suffer the consequences.
Yeah, but
That's-
this is a consequence created by God, right?
Look, all this.
God
all the-
doesn't create
No, but what
evil.
I'm saying is evil.
What consequence? How did this consequence come about?
Because evil is a distortion of good, right? So this zygote, that is good. And then sin destroys it. There's there's so many reasons that perfectly good pregnancies end up in miscarriages. It's not that the parents did anything wrong. It's just that it's, like I said, the problem of evil. Just read the book.
Wait, so are we conceived in sin or are we born in sin?
We are born in sin because.
So if we're born in sin,
Yeah. If we're born in sin, then God is killing these sinless human lives.
Again, this is why I wanted to argue secularly, because all the comments are like, oh my gosh, you're God, blah, 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 fictional book. Because when you're asking me those questions, or Audrey those questions, I don't want to argue it that way, because I don't want to say something that reflects Christianity in a way that maybe I was wrong about something, or I was incorrect, or I don't have the correct answer. If you want to argue theology...
Sure, but your view is going to ultimately reduce to that.
Right. Like,
it's not
we've
because
tried to
even
offer
when-
you, like,
even when-
secular critiques of
even-
your view,
even
like, such
when
as
I
the
was
idea that an IUD
Even
would
when
be
I was
murder.
agnostic, I was pro-life.
Okay, go ahead.
Even when I was agnostic, I used to actually be pro-choice. I was pro-choice agnostic. Even before then, I changed my mind on my own.
I understand, but we're going to reduce your view, and you're just going to go back to your religion. We've already shown that to happen multiple times in this conversation.
I
we
said
weren't the
five.
ones that brought up our religion.
Exactly.
No, we reduced it back down because you brought up soul. We showed how secular reasoning literally brought you back to why are they valuable? Because of the soul.
You can be agnostic and still believe that.
No shit, but you're gonna. But like again, if we were to like disprove the view as it relates to pro-life to an agnostic, they wouldn't then go back to
Thank you for the meteor
magical
shower,
book
love.
says this.
Wait, I didn't hear you, that last
Yeah,
part.
they wouldn't. Yeah, if we did that to an agnostic, if we showed them how like it doesn't make sense that they're pro-life, right? They wouldn't go back to my magical book says this, right? They would concede the view,
When did I
right?
quote the
You're
Bible?
not going to concede the view, even if because your magical book says this.
No. Oh my
Okay.
goodness. So let's talk. Okay, let's talk about this completely secularly. So let's say
We've already tried, man.
No. Let's
We
say
offered
I
you reductions to your view,
God.
such as the idea that IUD is murder.
God, I believe in the 1%, the less than 1% chance that everything happened without an intelligent creator to get us to this second, where all of us have individual characteristics, needs, wants, all of these things.
Okay, why is abortion wrong?
Then that means that people still have value, because you had all of these things had to happen for you to be born.
Set of DNA means
You
that's
have
new
a unique.
person.
There's not one other person, unless you have a twin, that has the same DNA as you.
Okay, so unique human DNA gives us value.
No, does DNA determine that you're a person?
Oh my gosh, everyone's saying less than 1%. It's
Oh
called,
wait, does DNA determine that you're a person?
it determines you're part of the human.
Yeah, so you identify this person based upon DNA. Okay, well then identical twins that have the exact same DNA, not all identical twins have the exact same DNA, but certain ones that do, they're the same person?
No, I literally.
They're not two distinct persons?
No, I'm saying that their DNA gives them value. They're two distinct people. I'm just saying.
No,
that-
but does their DNA determine their personhood?
No.
Okay, so what determines their personhood?
Again, I'm saying your life is valuable because all of these things happen for you to be here today.
What determines personhood, Ben?
Oh my gosh, to be part of the human species. Is that what you want me to say?
Okay, so sperm?
No.
Well, my human sperm is human.
Your human DNA has the potential for sentience, therefore your life has value.
Okay, so this goes back to the question that I asked you.
Yeah, then it goes back to potential for sentience. That's not. So you're just saying potential for sentience is what determines a person. Okay, so there's a person prior to conception if I'm literally engaging with my girlfriend?
No.
If there's going to be a kid in the future?
No, because that's not true potential.
How is it not true potential?
Because, again, most sperm does not reach an egg. I think we all know this.
No, but we know that there's going to be one in this scenario. So is it a person?
So you're saying you know that your sperm is going to reach her egg and form a zygote?
Yeah.
In this scenario.
We could just assume a man and a woman who have super sperm and super eggs, and anytime they engage in intercourse, they procreate, man.
There's a lot of people like that.
Or we can talk about the day of one of our conceptions, right? We could say that we were people prior to conception. Under
Yeah,
your
just
view.
using like foreknowledge.
Yeah, because we already have this knowledge. We already know that these events occurred. But so under your view, because there was potential from them engaging in sex, right? You believe that we were persons before conception, which is incoherent gibberish.
Hold on. Everyone talking about my voice. I'm getting over a cold and my voice was gone for 3 days.
I think they're talking about how you sound young.
Oh, well, I am young. I'm 20, so.
Okay, we mean like younger than that.
Well, you can check my Instagram. I'm in
No,
college.
I'm just saying that they that's,
Okay. Sorry. But anyways, again, I think even without all of those things, I think having a baby. So when do you think life begins?
Moment of conception.
Conception.
We've agreed on this 3 times, ma'am.
Why do you think that life is okay to? So
Because
why do you?
not all life is valuable. Well, I mean, I'll just go ahead and spell it out for you. If I said all life was valuable, I'd be a hypocrite. I had a 10-piece chicken McNugget for lunch yesterday. I'd be such a damn hypocrite. You know? So I think only
Dean, you kind of are, bro. You literally don't you still think it's murder?
Paying for animal death is crazy.
No, I'm agnostic on vegan ethics right now. I'm agnostic. But anyway.
Wait, so Tashika, are you drinking extra orange juice above the necessary level of caloric intake? Right, that requires the deaths of animals to be able to justify that agriculture.
Fuck 'em.
Are you paying for animal death?
She said, "Fuck him."
So.
But
You guys believe
anyways.
Okay, after the first trimester.
Yeah, up until 24 weeks for me. But anyways, what we're getting at is we're only going to value specific forms.
What makes the 24 weeks
so special?
So
like,
special?
why is that?
Because
Yeah,
babies
that's when the thymocortical connections occur, and which would allow for the deployment of consciousness in the context of a
babies
fetus.
have babies have been born and survived as young as 21 weeks. So
Yeah,
what
that's
makes
the point of viability?
So what makes the 24-week mark magical? Because you can't actually.
I say 18 through 26 because it's sentience. It's not magical.
sentience.
The only thing that's magical is your belief in God. Okay, you literally believe in a magical man in a magical book. That's what you believe in. I don't know what you're talking about.
Sis believes in a Glub Go Gab Galab.
Yeah, so just to like clear it up, at about 24 weeks or
I'm not the judge.
I would like to tell you why 24 weeks is so magical. So at about 24 weeks, these things called thymocortical connections occur, right, which allow for the deployment of consciousness, right? And since we value a conjunct of past or present and future consciousness or sentience, that is when we will begin to value the life of the fetus.
Okay, so you would disagree if a woman got an abortion after 24 weeks.
Well, it depends on how we define abortion. I think inductions or C-sections could be classified as an abortion, but just to get rid of all those semantic silly words, I'll say I disagree with lethal abortions unless it is to save her life.
So if a
or
woman
it was
is
conceived
raped,
of a case of grape
if
or
a
SA.
woman is raped and she decides at 26 weeks that she doesn't want the baby,
He just addressed that if you listen. They didn't cause it, so they don't have an obligation.
Yeah.
So you're saying you're okay with that baby's life being ended after the term of viability?
Yeah, dude.
So only if that's the only way. Otherwise, it would be through gentlest means necessary. We'd take like an evictionist approach.
So what's gentlest
So
mean?
after 24 weeks, it would just be induction of labor.
Right, like in the gentlest means, let's just imagine a stranger walks into my house. I could remove him from my property by pushing him out of the door.
So gentlest
Right?
means
I don't need to unalive him.
So
if I did unalive him, that would have been wrong. Very similarly, if there's a woman that's seeking an abortion after the point of 24 weeks, right, she could use gentler means than unaliving the fetus by by just inducing labor.
See, there's no such thing as gentler means after 20 weeks.
Yes, it is. What are you talking about?
So that view is essentially that it's not gentler to induce labor rather than to literally cut off limbs. Like what?
No, but you're saying inducing the woman in that if that baby cannot survive on its own because their lungs are not formed, because the formation of the lungs is what triggers labor.
Oh wait, if they're gonna die, well then obviously you wouldn't induce labor at that point. Then yeah, it
But
would be.
after the point of viability at 23 to 24 weeks, they can survive outside of the womb. In most cases.
Viability.
That's
means.
no, that's
the
no.
definition.
But you're saying the easiest way possible, which is inducing her. But I'm saying is that the likelihood of you doing that is if it's quote unquote a lethal abortion, which is what I'm arguing about. For example, I think it was in the UK a few months ago. They induced a labor on a woman as a form of abortion, and the baby came out screaming at 21 weeks, and they left it there to suffocate. So would that be okay for you?
We understand that the point of
No, you
viability
wouldn't,
is...
because it's already past 18 for me.
Yeah, we understand that the point of viability is generally like 23 through 24 weeks. Like, I wouldn't recommend, right, inductions or C-sections prior to that point. I mean, like, we know that babies have been born earlier and gestational development has happened quicker, but, if we were to, legislate this, we would, draw a line at 24 weeks that would just line up with consciousness.
Hold on, someone's saying cite your source. I'll pull it up.
Yeah.
Hold on.
But Go ahead,
Yeah,
Parker.
so like, okay, the reason why I hold 18 is because the cerebral cortex, right? And the cerebral cortex is seen in particular types of animals to produce sentience. So that's why I believe that it's more likely. I mean, that's why we would hold 18. But like, I mean, you wouldn't run into this issue if you hold to 18, because 24 weeks, yeah, although it's most likely to not occur until after that point, it still can occur prior, because there have been certain circumstances where like fetuses without thematocortical connections had sentience.
That's like anencephaly, and this will just
Yeah.
prescribe sentience to like grow from the brainstem. It's just basically when you're missing a part of your brain, what is left.
Oh no,
comes
not
to
even
account.
from the brainstem. I'm saying the cerebral cortex.
I mean, brain. As
Oh,
soon
like
as
when you're like missing a particular form of your brain, like the other, like what is remaining will try to account for what was missing. And like there's a lot of
Yep.
like theories to explain like why people without thematocortical connections have sentience.
That's actually the exact reason. I've read into this, and the reason is because other parts of the brain make up like the what was lost.
Yeah.
I mean, as soon as 8 weeks, the baby's brain sends electrical signals. So why?
Okay.
don't
What
you-
about a chicken's brain?
We don't
Why
care
do
about
you-
electrical signals, right? Because there's electrical
real.
signals in brain dead people. We're looking for particular types of electrical signals in the context of the brain in particular regions that then produce the particular types of experiences that we care about.
Right.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, even at 22 days after conception, the cardiovascular system is formed, and that's what forms the heartbeat.
I don't care about a cardiovascular system. I
Yeah, I
care
mean,
about
neither
a
do you,
subjective
Taylor.
experience.
Yeah, neither do you, Taylor. You said you weren't vegan earlier. Do chickens, cows, and pigs have cardiovascular systems?
Chicken, cows, and pigs they're not humans. Their life is not as valuable as humans.
Okay, so
I
then it
doubt
just
you'd
would-
be able to identify the relevant characteristic. But I mean, Dean, the reason why I don't use that anymore is because I mean we say the sentience point, and then still, you know. So I think everyone to some degree is making a point that humans are more valuable than animals without reason.
Yeah, it just. I mean, if you're just saying that like anything in which is human and alive has value, real quick, how do we know when human lives end? You gave us the 7 markers of life earlier. How do we know when human life ends?
Well, usually they identify it on an EKG when there's no longer electrical signals pulsing
And in what?
in the heartbeat.
In a heartbeat. Okay, sweet. So here's my question. Well, first of all, right, would I still have value if I had something along the lines of a pacemaker where I couldn't sustain my life on my own? I had to have external help.
Sorry, repeat that. My friend was talking to me.
Would I still have moral value if I couldn't sustain my life on my own and I had to have external help? Like, let's just imagine I have a pacemaker. Would it still be wrong to end my life?
Yes.
It would be
Awesome.
wrong. to
So
end your life, but-
awesome. So now we're gonna look at the case of a brain dead.
But I don't
So-
think that it would be
Can I
wrong if
finish?
someone unplugged you, because technically it'd be natural processes occurring. It's not someone.
Appreciate the
Enter
Henry, thank
life.
you so much. Oh, okay. So if they use the abortion pill, it cuts off progesterone. That's natural death because they just let the thing
You just starve.
suffocate.
Yeah. You could say they starved their baby. You can say it. It's okay.
It's private
I don't
sentience.
fucking
I
care.
don't care
They
about
starved
it.
their baby.
And
Like,
actually,
we don't give a fuck.
sorry to bring up your God again, but your God literally made our bodies in such a way in which we require nutrients to survive. So your God starved the baby, okay? And you still worship the guy. So shut the fuck up.
Why is everyone saying? Okay, literally, why does everyone say Taylor Swift? Do you want me to still give you a source? I mean, it's a little old. Everyone's saying, yeah, I graduated in 2023. I'm literally born in 2004.
So can you go ahead and engage in the argument? So I specifically asked you if it was wrong to pull the plug on a brain dead patient for the reason, right, being that they are human and alive. And you said, no, it's not wrong because you're just letting natural processes occur. And Parker brings up a great point. This is exactly what the abortion pill does. It cuts off sustenance of progesterone to the fetus, which effectively starves it, or in other words, allows it to naturally die.
It's not a natural progression, because the natural progression would be leaving the fetus alone and the fetus progressing into a baby that's born.
There is no natural progression under your worldview. You're literally Christian.
Okay, again, you're bringing up Christianity. Do you want to say this?
So miscarriage is caused by God, right? Like, I don't think you realize that your view is just so ridiculous.
Again, I don't.
Why is it okay for God to cause miscarriage? That's technically God causing an abortion.
Why are you going back? If you have such
It's
anger,
okay for God to cause abortions, but not us.
if you have anger against God, that has nothing to do with
I don't have any anger. I'm just saying.
Parker,
this
they
is
believe
making
it's
sense.
okay for God to kill babies.
Yeah, literally, it's okay for God to cause an abortion, but not for anyone here on Earth.
Again, I don't believe that that's true, but again, I don't want to talk on Christianity because I'm not a theologian. I can't give you a specific verse or anything like that. I'm not strong enough in my faith to argue from a
Taylor,
religion.
do you know the first 4 books of the New Testament?
Yeah, of course.
They are
They're John, Luke, Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John.
Okay, there you go.
But what I'm saying is, I'm not a theologian. I'm not going to give you the specific off the top of my head off verses.
I'm gonna go ahead and say something that I think a lot of people in chat might have been thinking. So it is obviously the case that you are pro-life because of your belief in God. Any way you want to look at it, I'd appreciate it if you'd let me go ahead and finish, Taylor.
Okay.
So obviously you are going to be pro-life because of your belief in God. I make this statement because we've been able to reduce your view back to God every single time. You said human life has value. All I had to do is ask why. Right? It all has to do with your religious belief. So on one hand, do you recognize a separation between church and state? If you do, well, hey, you're kind of in the wrong by voting for pro-life legislation. If you don't, that's where we just talk about basing the legislation that you vote for that impacts the lives of 170 million American women, right? Limits their access to healthcare, restricts their personal rights, liberties, and freedoms, ends up increasing the level of poverty, reducing the level of education, right? All because of a fairy tale. Like, I want to say the quiet part out loud. I don't know how this is socially acceptable.
I don't know why you think that it's unacceptable for me to vote for pro-life legislation just because I'm religious. I know.
Because you can't prove that these things are fucking true, and you're basing how you treat other people and the rights that other people are allowed based off of a fucking fairy tale. That's why.
Right. If it gives you an existential crisis to think about a world without God when you die, you don't live forever, please believe in God. That's fine. But there's a huge overstep taken when you go from treating these existential crises and bringing more joy into your life to infringing upon the lives of others and reducing their joy, man. If you're going to make the claim that 170 million American women should not have these rights and these access to healthcare, then you're going to have to definitively prove the basis for your claims. And all I have to do is ask one simple question. Give me absolutely any reason or evidence to believe that the Christian God exists in the first place.
Oh my gosh. Again, I don't want to argue religion because I'm arguing the secular.
You cannot. You can't.
Because you can't argue religion because you know it is inherently faith-based. But why should these faith-based claims be dictating what people can and can't do with their bodies? If they are not in your house, if they are not in your sight, then they should be out of mind, not up to being controlled by what you believe.
Everybody votes based off of their personal biases. That is completely stupid that you're saying that. If I believe in something like, oh, I think that all white people should do this, and I vote for that legislation, you're saying they shouldn't have a vote? I'm not saying I am. It's a hypothetical. I'm saying just because someone is religious, they still have the right to vote.
Yes, that is exactly what I'm saying. Let's take the Jim Crow laws. All those white people that voted for the Jim Crow laws to racially segregate individuals on the basis of the color of their skin, that was driven on the basis of personal biases backed by nothing else but. I would definitively say that that should not have occurred. Those individuals should not have voted on said basis. We shouldn't allow such prejudice to exist. Every human has bias, but certain humans, such as Christians, don't have anything
So
but
why do
bias.
you keep on bringing up Christianity and not Judaism?
Because you cannot operate off of anything else, so we know what you believe.
No. Why can't you bring
Thank
up
you so
Islam
much.
or Judaism? Why
Because
is it
every single president we've ever had has been Christian. 82% of the Senate and the House are Christian. A vast populace of our society is Christian. And these ideals that are rooted in this faith are why we now see 15 to 20 states where the women inside it can't access health care. I would bring
Can I
up
also
Islam
make
if
one
it was
point as well?
socially predominant. Go for it.
And it's also the fact that when people have faith in things and they believe without evidence, right, it protrudes into other types of beliefs that they have, right? People believe that reptilians exist underground, control the entire world, right, with no reason, right, because faith has been normalized in this country. People believe vaccines don't work, right, and that they produce autism in their kids with no reason, right, because of this, because we've normalized believing in things with no evidence. People believe the earth is flat because we've normalized believing in things with absolutely no evidence, right? We don't want to live in a society where constantly we have to engage in conversations about whether or not you have evidence for a claim rather than, right, have conversations that will allow for us to progress as a society, right? We're held back by this. We're trying to get rid of the hold, right, by getting people to critically think, and they're not critically thinking because we live in a society in which normalizes the lack of critical thought and beliefs that they consider very, very personal to themselves, and they base their entire lives on.
No, I'm making the point is that you guys keep on bringing up Christianity. Why don't you bring up any?
Oh, she got violated. She got taken out for violations. I don't know why though.
What violations?
I don't know. You just told me that she did.
Weird.
I don't know what that was about.
Guys, if you want to support myself, Tashika, or Parker, our Venmos, PayPal's, Cash Apps are in my bio.
Also,
Are in all
follow
of
me
our
if you haven't
bios.
already, everyone. Me and Dean are dealing with following glitches, so it doesn't even send out our lives. Mostly to following.
Yeah,
I
they're
think
just piggybacking off of
40%.
me right now.
Yeah,
It's so real. We are
so
legitimately
real.
picking back at the host.
How does it feel? Anyway, hey, Jobin, how old are you?
28.
Cool. So are you pro-life?
Quenisha, thank you for the $2. Thank you so much.
Am I pro-life personally? or
Martin, thank you for the $15
do I
on
think that
Venmo. I
abortion
appreciate
should
you
be
for the love,
banned?
W. Martin, in that chat.
I'm sorry?
I'm sorry, is my mic okay?
No, I didn't kick her. I was literally just eating ramen. You guys saw me. Anyway, so are you pro-life?
Personally, or do I think that abortion should be banned, like, legally?
If you think that's the case, then you'd be pro-life.
Not necessarily.
Give me a definition.
Explain
of
to me how
pro-life.
that's possible.
Yeah. Give me a definition of pro-life that says that that's not the case.
Well, hold on. I'm a little confused. I apologize. I think that there is no fundamental constitutional right. So this is just restricted to America. I think there's no constitutional right to abortion. But if,
Why do I care about the Constitution?
Yeah, we didn't fucking ask. That's
The
crazy
Constitution
part.
allows for slavery.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, it does.
does, though,
13th Amendment.
because
You want me to read it?
Yeah, the 13th Amendment got rid of slavery.
No, it allows for slavery if you're imprisoned.
Yeah.
Oh, that kind of slavery. Yeah,
That's
fair
just
enough.
not
Oh, that
slavery?
kind of slavery.
You mean slavery? Anyway.
Like, obviously, the Constitution doesn't really matter in our
Ali,
evaluation.
thank you for the
as to
$2.
life's wrong. But just to clarify, do you or do you not think that abortion should be banned?
I agree with the most recent what was it?
Can you
Dobbs?
just fucking
Supreme
say
Court
your
case?
own
Oh, I don't know
statement?
what. Yeah, I don't know what's going
Like,
on.
do you think this is like an intelligent way to speak?
Like, I feel like I'm talking to a magic 8-ball. I asked a yes or no question.
That's fair. Do I personally think that abortion should be banned? I think that's a more complex question than you're making it.
Rachel, thank you for the $20 on Cash App. W Rachel in the comment
Because
section.
I've been live for close to 8 fucking hours. And
That's fair.
I've
You
spoken to dozens of people. The fact that you were the only person unable to answer this question is weird as fuck. It's a you problem.
Yeah, it sounds like a you problem, man.
You can kick me if you choose to.
Let me.
I'm saying that.
Bye! Alright, let's go to the next person. Anybody got time for that?